Welcome back. We are here for Hearts of Wulin, Numberless Secrets expansion, Gaze into Silken Night. This is Season 2, Episode 6. We are missing a Soup's player and Jade Starlight's player today, so we are dealing with only 3 PCs, but believe me, with the way things have been going, that's more than enough. With the entanglements and everything. Oh, goodness. Where we left off was essentially with Pan Haran in Songbird June's shop, ambushed, but with Soup coming to save the day, or so we thought. I think if we put like a soft veil over the scene, I think, we see Soup's, face getting ready to in a battle stance of sorts, getting ready to pull out 8 steps of the ghost or whatever particular style that Soup has, being as skilled as he is, and Pan getting ready to defend himself as best as possible. But then I think the scene tilts a little bit and then things go sepia and possibly gray as we realize that things are not uh, completely in reality. And then we see Pan's face change as we realize that Pan is not being helped by Soup. And Pan's face changes when we realize that Pan is face down on the floor and looking up at many faces that are above him and realizing that we were in the middle of a concussive or concussed dream or vision, um, as the leers of the attackers, the ambushers, are looking down at him and saying, "So, do you have anything to say before we suck the life out of you, little fly?" Pan, how would you like to respond? And you're on mute.
Yeah, I think I'm going to study this situation to see how much danger I truly am in. Truly in. If it's marked, I can't use it right. Correct. But it's not a penalty. It's just I can't use it
Yes.
right. All right. So I am going to use metal because I'm doing calculations. Oh, I got a 10. I rolled an 8 plus 2, 10.
Ah, nice. Okay, so with a 10, you gain 2 hold. With that 2 hold, you can do any of those things that are listed under study. You can ask a question about the situation, ask a question about the person, ask any other question. You can learn a person's scale, below, above your level, da da da, reveal a detail, gain a clue, yeah, all that stuff. So, what would you like to do?
I'm going to use my a taste of cold steel power to add 2 additional questions.
Dang, okay,
Um,
go for it.
I want to confirm their threats, so I think of like, what trouble is X looking to cause? I'm trying to figure that out.
All right, so you already get 2 questions if that's where you're leaning, but your question specifically is right now what trouble is are they looking to cause? They're gonna silence you, basically. It's like you've stumbled upon something where it's like, they don't want any witnesses, they don't want anybody to be here to see this particular meeting that you've you know, that you've ferreted out from the coded
Okay,
message. So,
but I can't figure out what style is it, like a super villain death trap, or are they just gonna stab me with a knife? Like, would that be
oh,
something I'd be able to figure out? Or,
that because yeah, that I didn't get that. I didn't get that particular thing from that kind of question.
I find if you don't think that is the type of question, I am going to add I'm going to add a detail saying that they're planning to use some sort of poison on,
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
and not just any poison. I think can I just say it's the poison that was used to kill what's his name? They're going to use the poison from Blanc earlier to kill the previous contestant. I can't remember her name.
From Yang, the poison used to kill Yang Mufang.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure. So that's like using up the 2 hold that you got from the initial study. And then
Yes.
what's your last question?
Oh, I'm only have the wait.
I thought
The
with your
two hold. No, they just give more options, but
okay.
they don't give more holds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yep. So that's all my hold, but I do gain +1 forward by interfering with that trouble.
Okay. All right. +1 forward. All right. So, well, I mean the leader of this ambusher group is basically asking you have anything to say, little fly, before we kill you. Before we suck the life out of you. Specifically what they said.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm. I was like, I don't even know who you are. Why? This seems excessive for a petty theft.
oh, so
I'm playing.
you're trying to brazen your way through this, huh?
Yes,
Would you like to call this an overcome,
I think
or
so.
like a hearts and or I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Either one.
Let's see. Is this an? Could we push this to an hearts and minds? I don't know. This is like
It,
this is.
I guess
Uh,
I mean, it depends. Do you want to? Are they about to kill?
I mean, like they're like blooming over Pan's
Yeah, I
body
mean,
right
because I think if it's hearts and mind, I'm trying to convince them to continue talking. Not murder me. But if it's just they're going to try to kill me, I think it'll be overcome. So it depends. If I can somehow convince them to keep talking instead of trying to murder me, I think maybe hearts and mind.
Well, I mean, like you smell the poison on their blades. Let's put it
Mm-hmm.
that way. They
Mm-hmm.
they got some poison ready.
It was close enough for me to be able to.
Yeah, to scent out that they
Yeah,
got
that's the.
they got some poison. So
So if I can use hearts and minds like just to keep them from like immediately killing me.
okay, I mean I'll allow it because I mean like I figure like Pan's gonna do what Pan's gonna do. So yeah,
Yeah.
if you wanna try to
Unfortunately,
pressure them,
all the things I would that seem like it would fit most calculating my like one. It's like I would have everything marked C, but
oh
I guess
man,
I'm
are
taking
you?
a chance with metal again because I'm calculating here. I
Oh
can't think
shit.
of a. I'm
Okay.
not being passionate, so I can't think of anything else I would do.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, all I gotta say is it's like, you were having trouble trying to figure out what you were gonna do next. It's like you survived this Pan, you're gonna need some comforting and supporting. So,
Right. That's why I was like I couldn't think past this scene because I was like this scene is probably going to determine any other decisions I make going forward. And I was like I have no idea.
all right.
So hopefully I'll survive.
All right.
And I rolled a 3. That's a 5.
You got any bonds or something? Something that you can go upon?
I have one bond left
With?
with Jade Starlight.
Oh, crap a doodle doo.
And
Ay,
it also
caramba.
doesn't help because it's only one.
I know.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
But I mean, hey, if you also get poisoned, we can be poison buddies.
You could be poison buddies. Oh god. Okay. So like it's not auto death. It's just you
It's just
poisoned.
poison.
You
All right, all right,
poisoned. You
all
just
right.
be like,
Yes, that's why I wanted to add that detail because I would like to add the detail as poison, not like oh they stabbed me so I died. Well, yeah.
okay. So, all right. Okay.
Thank you for the additional commentary, chat.
Yeah.
All
When
right. Well.
Radish takes the hit,
Oh.
is that a hard move?
Oh. Jeez. Oh God. Oh.
Oh, she Radish already took a hit.
All right. Well, hearts and minds. Okay. So.
She's gonna get away with it. She's a
Ugh.
strong girl.
Well, I mean, like you already like you guys already suspect her of something because I mean of the
Uh,
she knew about the other ambush, so we'll see how this
uh,
goes. We'll see how this
well,
plays out. All
so
right.
since I did so terrible, I
Then
had to read the effect because I don't know what happens when you fail.
yeah. So basically on a miss, it just means it just
Oh, it doesn't even have
it's just
option on this.
right. That just means it's like I have a hard move. I
Okay,
so I
let
mean
me
like
mark that too.
yeah, you mark that too. So do you have anything left? Do you? What? I mean, I can look at it. Duh.
Oh no, I have Earth and Wood left.
Oh God. But yeah, you're. I think you ask. You make your case. It's like da you know, like you're trying to appeal to them, and I
Hmm.
think in response, you feel the you feel a needle. I mean, you smelled it on their blades, but I think you see the leader, the one who was kind of like, circling around you, crouch down, and then he kind of like tilts his head, cocks his head at you behind his mask, and those eyes just kind of like look like as if they're becoming sympathetic and listening to you. But then you see him hold up a single needle and then jam it into a sensitive spot, and then like his your vision blurs, the camera vision blurs, and I think all goes fades to black as we go into the next scene. So you've marked it. We can call you poison, unfortunately. God dang. uh,
So, is it wounded or is it marking another element?
um, wounded?
Oh, okay, so I will unmark that.
Yeah, I guess say wounded, but definitely poison. So crap.
Is there a place to put conditions? I don't
I
see that on
don't
here.
Yeah, there's a
know.
box, isn't there?
Where's the
I
spots?
thought there.
Wounded, -2 ongoing, right
Okay,
under the
I meant
wounds.
for like a label for it. I guess I can just put a little comment, a little note saying it's poison.
And so, like, when we come back to you, Pan, it's like, you're going to be staggering out of that shop, and then you're going to be, like, seeing things in a whole different way. Oh, boy. And hmm, you may have a little bit of fortitude, but I mean, like, oh, my God. Yeah, it's going to be interesting, to say the least. So, given that, oh, God, so bad. Uh, who wants to go next? uh,
Maybe we should happen upon Haoran. Maybe.
together
Yeah.
or separately?
I mean, we could do it together. Have a group scene like, oh, just looking down at the collapsed form. If you want, Rod.
Oh, but if so, like let's do a lead up though. I mean, like I want to have a scene with Mu and Jintong, like how you two come together first, because I think that the ambushers are going to actually dump Pan's body, thinking that like leaving him for dead, but he's not dead. So
Like
they're
I'm
going to take him away.
dangerous.
They're going to remove him from the place of where it happened, right? They're going to try to remove him as far away from Songbird Jin's shop as possible. So
Sure.
yeah. So where are you two going to meet first?
So we had just finished that round with Lou and River Glass
Mhm.
last time. So if you want to meet there, I know Jintong was there as well.
Yeah, yeah, I can just be waiting for the two. We can have the scene starting from there.
Okay.
Sure. Do you want to see the river glass actually the one who catches your eye or no sees that you're there and
Yeah,
you
I'll
both
walk up to
see?
River
Oh,
Glass.
you come up to us. Okay.
Yeah. Like once you're walking out of the arena. Because River Glass won, right?
Yes, I believe
Wait,
so.
no.
River
Yeah,
glass one.
won.
Yep.
Yeah.
With Moo's help, of course. But I mean, like, yeah, he's like held aloft, and then like Riverglass, helps Moo to
Yeah.
get on the platform
I'll
and such.
nod at both of you.
I kind of like the idea that there were people crowding, congratulating us, and then as they disperse, we see Jintong there, standing there, um,
Mm-hmm.
and Mu is surprised. Um, Jintong, you should not be up. You should be resting.
I am fine.
Are you? I mean, then Riverglass will kind of like hesitantly reach out for you, but then know that that's probably not a gesture you want to see from him. And
What is he reaching out to do?
I don't know, like kind of like as if to give you some support, but
Oh, okay.
like maybe you are trying to be as stoic as possible, and he's like, nah, she probably doesn't want to look weak or anything. But
Yeah, I look at his extended arm and then him drawing it back, and I just look back up at him. Do I congratulate him? I don't think I do. I nod and then I'll turn and start walking,
Oh,
expecting us all to walk together.
yeah, I share looks with River Glass before we follow.
because she's
I'm
always like
seeing
this.
miracles. Hmm.
Uh,
Riverglass, would you
Yes.
spar with me? Like the old times.
He hesitates, and he will ask gently, just like old times?
And Jinho will stop and then turn to look at him. Just like old times.
And then he'll not and like I just want to know what kind of order that we're in. Are you in between them, or are you just next to Riverglass and Moo is on his other side?
Yeah, I'm slightly in front, actually, and they're walking behind me side by side, right? That seemed to be the
Okay.
energy.
Okay. And I think he'll kind of, in like the assassin's way that we know very well, I think he'll kind of like be right behind you, but then have that assassin's whisper kind of drifting on the wind. I think he'll say, why are you wishing your own death to fall upon others, or at the hand of others?
Sorry, is he saying? Can I hear it? What?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he's basically like like trying not to have Moo listen in on this,
Oh,
but he's like kind of drifting it to you. Assassin's
I want to know
ventriloquist.
if you've improved since we last crossed. Have you, Riverglass?
Of course, but I don't do that anymore. Do you?
Well then, don't insult me by pushing this off any further. And Jinho has been walking all of us to, oh, I don't know, I guess the graveyard. No,
Of
we're not gonna
course.
fight on the graveyard. That's rude. We're gonna walk to like just a clearing,
Okay, okay.
a place where you can fight. Well, hopefully doing less environmental damage.
Maybe it's like out of town, but like you guys, like you two, like Riverglass and Jintong, you don't know this, but maybe it's like the clearing that like Gullible Mu like goes to with the lamb and the dog, but you don't
Oh, okay.
really
I walk
realize
and I
it.
start sneezing. And then I look over at Gullible Mu, like, not again. With your animals.
But yeah,
Do I need to hearts and mind him to get
Yeah.
him to spar me?
I think you'll have to, because I mean, like, I think he suspects what you want, and he's
What
reluctant.
does he think that I'm doing?
I think. Oh man, playing you playing.
Say that, but
Yeah,
I can just okay.
yeah,
Like
yeah. Because
Jintong
he can see
will
the red. He can see the white streak in your hair, and he's suspecting that whatever has happened to you is starting to deteriorate you even further, and he knows you don't want to die in such an ignominious way. He
you are
knows you.
not I am not making you kill me, Riverglass. Do not think so highly of yourself. I think Jintong is annoyed that he's making these assumptions about her and trying to coddle her.
So it's just for my own benefit to test my skill against the great Jintong. Is that what it is? Really?
I wish to relive the part of our childhood that I liked.
Okay. Okay, sister. So be it. And in that cocky way he had in your childhood, he's gonna draw his weapon and, you know, do the thing that he always did. Like, like you'll see that old grin back, you know. You feel like, if he thinks that you're serious and not like um, melancholy about your current state. Yeah.
Yeah, Jintong will smile a little bit. Um, and so I would like to duel.
Okay.
Um,
It's fine.
I don't know what scale we are. And I guess I'll find out. I think should I roll now or should I roll after talking it out a little bit? How would you
That's
like
up
to
to
do?
you. I mean, like, how much do you want to reveal? Because also Moo is watching, so I mean, I'm curious what Moo thinks about this.
Yeah, Moo's
Yeah,
confused as what they're talking about old days.
Exactly. I mean, like, because this is over Moo's head, like even more than usual, I think.
Yeah.
yeah. Um,
But
Jintong smiles a little.
he does like what Jintong has done with her hair.
Nice. Um, Jintong will smile a little bit, and then okay, this is a clearing, but I'm gonna say that there is a clay pot just sitting on the ground beside us, and Jintong will like grab it and smash it on the ground and throw it like I think swing it at him because we're like close enough that I can do that. And this is like yeah, like sparring like old times, which in the Red Lanterns is you're not supposed to kill each other
Mhm, mhm.
because each one of us are an asset of the Red Lanterns,
Sure.
but you're supposed to give as much
Mhm.
as possible without killing each other. So getting hit should be really bad.
Yeah. And I think as soon as he sees you do that, I mean, I think he's already like wheeled around and like, given a roundhouse kick to the pot in your hand to
Yeah,
to knock it
and
out.
and it like shatters
Mm-hmm.
all around us, and then I hit through like a couple of them like in quick succession, so they like fly towards him.
Oh yeah, and then like he's already like done like the the successive like uh like what is it 3-level kick like in the air,
Hmm.
and then
Hmm.
like switching his feet. So I mean bicycle kick, whatever the heck the thing is. I mean like so we can like start the duel in earnest. You can roll for it, to see how well it goes. I don't even
Let's
think at
get.
this point he's
Hmm.
drawn his weapon, because I mean like if you haven't drawn your weapon and this is just improvised whatever, then he's just going at it, and then Moo, you're just standing there
I
watching with
mean,
the animals. I mean,
my weapon is my hand. I don't need to draw it specifically.
right, right, right.
But um, yeah, he kicks it away, and like as he is occupied doing that, I am moving in. Um, and actually, I'm going to grab for his leg, um, and then like pull him in that direction. And I think I'm gonna go like I'm like ducking under, so like I'm pulling him,
Mhm.
and then I'm going to attack his back, but with a palm, not with a claw.
So you're grabbing his leg and then you're going for his back.
Yeah, I'm like basically like going with the force of his movement to throw
Mhm.
him,
Right,
and then so that his back will be open to me, and then I can hit
right.
his back.
Yeah, and I think like, he's going to go with your movement and then he's going to go into a split to go underneath yours and then
Hmm.
like, like kind of like counteract your movement. So he's going to dance with you, you know, to show how much he's improved. So let's see. Let's go ahead and do
Okay, you want
a
me to roll?
do a roll.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
roll.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's see.
I'll roll.
So
Yeah.
same as your foes. I want to say, I mean, you're in a weakened state,
Yeah.
and yet he's also improved. So, I mean, I want to say like your scale is the same
The
at this
same?
point. I want to
Yeah,
say
that
yeah.
sounds good. Okay, I rolled a 5 plus metal. That's a 7.
Scale as same.
7.
Okay. 7 and 9. Choose one. Win at a cost, narrate your loss, or deadlock. What would you like to do?
I think I will narrate my loss.
Okay.
That seems appropriate.
Okay.
And what happens is I think he strikes up, and I actually I draw a dagger. Um and as his hand comes up, I block it with a dagger. And but like the force of his hit like pushes me back, so I fly back because he's doing a split on the ground
Mm-hmm.
and hitting up. So then I would definitely fly back, and then and I flourish this dagger. Excuse me. And then it's pretty different from my usual fighting stance. And because I'm using the water margin move to kind of explain that I'm justified doing it, even though the water margin has nothing to do with that. It's more as I can appear as any faction to those who don't know the truth of my allegiance. But I think I'm using it to justify me like knowing like just the bare minimum of other fighting styles, certain other fighting styles. Um, so anyway, he throws me back, and then I rush in again, or maybe he rushes in. Um, let's say that he rushes in, and and I think there's just that one moment where we look into each other's eyes and we're like in this like intense sparring mode, and there's like it does feel like a flashback to when we were younger, and it's like you're going at each other with the intent to kill, um because that's what's expected of us, and that kind of thing that's drilled into you is hard to get out of your system.
Right.
um and
I think you're both
he
panting
like
at that moment, like it, like
uh,
in this in a rhythm. Like you hear that rhythm. It's the same. The panting is the
yeah,
same.
yeah, and he strikes out at me, and it's with his hand, it's in the heart stealer stance. um and I angle myself so that Moon doesn't see it, and then like with one shoulder, but then my other hand, with the dagger, I like I hold it like blade out so that it's his hand gets stopped by the blade. And because he focuses his chi, or what, his nagel, his chi, let's just say chi,
Mhm.
um on his hand, it's like hard, so the dagger doesn't go through, and we just like stop there, like while we're like looking at each other. And then I'll say quietly, actually no, I'm losing, so I think uh yeah, we stop, and then I cough up blood, and the blade falters, and it actually falls.
You can't go on.
those those are the 3 styles of the generals of the Red Lanterns. Did you remember the patterns?
Yes.
These
And
are their habits.
I defended against them all. I have improved.
You have.
Have I proven myself sufficiently to you?
You've never needed to prove yourself to me. I always knew you would surpass me. I didn't want you to. It would be dangerous. More dangerous if you did. Jintong will like slowly start to like sit up, because I think this last point that they were like, I think Riverglass was like on top of Jintong. And then Jintong will kind of slowly start to sit up. You should watch out for Haoran. They were sent to eliminate me. They didn't because they saw how weak I was. And I suppose didn't want to dirty their hand with a weak opponent.
He will he will lean in and quietly say, "Is he after all Red Lanterns? Or just you?"
I don't know. I did not ask. I have many enemies. I didn't think it mattered very much. But if they knew of you, I don't know. I don't know what could happen. Will take out a handkerchief and like wipe at the blood in a like kind of like annoyed way, like,
I am a mere poet. And
no, you're not.
he'll kind of ignore that and then just kind of smile over at Mu. See? More practice.
I think I think when he looks, Moo's not there. I'm off chasing Baby Cloud, who's run off. So I haven't seen any of this.
And then he sighs and then looks back down at you, Jintong. I need someone like Mu. Keeps me grounded. Away from Red Lantern business. So I can forget. And not be a Red Lantern.
You'll have to tell him some point. All of us bring danger and death in our wake. If you don't tell him, he doesn't know what to prepare for.
You are right. I'm actually surprised he didn't suspect anything when I protected Morning Storm back at the Sun School. But
he only sees what he wishes to see. Even if you were to tell him, he might not believe you.
True.
And then Jintong will stand up and then reach into her sleeve and then take out like a crushed dessert, like that's wrapped in a handkerchief. And it's different from the one that she gave Riverglass when they were younger. And then she'll hand it to him.
You remembered. Will you share it with me? Like childhood?
I don't like sweets. And I think this is like an inside joke between them, because I think Jintong actually really likes sweets. But she would say that so that he would eat all of it.
But he's going to offer anyway.
Yeah. And she won't accept. But then she'll like look at him eat in a very like satisfied way, like, yes, there's my little brother eating a sweet.
Right. Because I mean, like, he's like, doing it with both hands like he did when he was a kid, and he's like just looking at her like, it's very good. Sure. And
I don't
he's
think I
just
will.
gonna.
Yeah, and then Jintong will say, "I don't think I will ever get used to the fact that you are now taller than me."
And he just kind of
Mm.
like, finishes up the dessert and just kind of puffs out his chest and going, "Yes, yes, I am."
And see,
Where do we
can we
think?
still converge on Haoran, or
Yes.
is this now
Well,
like Mu finding
yeah.
Haoran and Jintong somewhere else?
Well, I mean, I think it would be funny if, like, like in the chase for the lamb and the dog or whatever. I think it would be funny to see where they dump like Pan's body, and then like Mu comes upon that Jintong and or Riverglass and Jintong will happen upon Rand's body. Oh my god. Oh, that'd be terrible. But uh,
So funny.
because they're gonna bring Pan's body away, definitely away from Songbird Jin's shop for sure. So where do we think that they're gonna bring um his body?
Well,
Locations
there's
were posted in the
Yeah,
Zoom chat.
I
The
think the host
abandoned temple.
pavilion maybe,
yeah.
What?
or something. Like,
Oh,
because I feel like if they're killing me, dropping me, knowing that my connection to losing, it would be wherever would be the message sending spot. I guess
Yeah, that's
would that be the
true.
host pavilion, or would that
Oh,
oh
that
be?
would
yeah,
be
that's cool.
great.
Sure.
Yeah, 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 yeah. That'd be great. Okay. So maybe like, in the chase or whatever, because I think yeah, Gullible Mu would still be within like, viewing, like, like as Jintong and Riverglass are having their conversation in the clearing. I mean, like, you're just outside of the town, you know. So like, Gullible Mu, you're, chasing out, and the host pavilion, like, is kind of like on the edge because it has to have that grand viewing space to be able to kind of oversee the town, plus the obstacle course, which has to be in a space that can be built for like the different layers, the different levels, and all this kind of stuff. So it kind of makes sense that it would be like on the edge. So I think kind of like on the edge of vision, like maybe we see like a cut to like these masked, robed ambushers, like carrying away the body, and then just kind of like laughing, when like in a low growl, and then just kind of like taking the body and then just kind of like throwing it, like where it could be found at the bottom of the host platform. And Gullible Mu, a few minutes later, you're chasing down after it, and then we see Jintong and Riverglass like slowly ambling down, following like Gullible Mu towards the host platform as well. And Gullible Mu, it's like, you're chasing after the animals, and you see what looks like shoes, like yeah, like shoes, like and then like robes, like on the ground, like over by the side of the host's pavilion.
I run
Maybe,
up.
maybe the animals have like kind of like stopped in their chase, and like they're kind of like investigating themselves, and they're checking it out. It's Pan Haran, and he's face down.
I run up and I shake his shoulder. Pan, are you sleeping? Wake up.
I
I turn him
think,
over. Yeah.
yeah. So I think Pan's a little groggy
Hmm.
in this moment. Like they're the poison. It's like you kind of woke them up, and you're looking at you like, and he looks and realizes it's Gullible Mu. It's like you're more cunning than I had predicted. I did not think you would send your assassins after me.
And this is when actual assassin Jintong comes up and then hears that and then looks at the two of you like,
What are you talking about? Pen, why are you out here?
I think I don't necessarily notice Jintong at first, so I'm just like kind of focused because I'm like, oh, you sent me to Songbird Jin. You sent me for into that ambush. I should have. I was foolish enough to believe that you would keep my secret. I didn't think you were going to have me killed. But now I look and see Jintong, and I was like, oh, it seems I've been too soft-hearted, and this is my fate.
Out of character, is Riverglass still with you, you think, or did he kind of like sheer off? I'm okay
Let's
if
say
you
he
want either way.
left.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Unless Rod, you want more complication with Riverglass specifically about this?
I, yeah, I think I'd like him here unless he
Okay.
has the reason to.
No, I mean, like,
Um,
it's perfectly fine. If you want it more complicated, I'm okay with this.
yeah, yeah.
And then like, because I think Riverglass at this point will lean in and say, "This is the Pan Haran you were saying we should worry about."
I didn't say. I think you should still be wary. You should not underestimate any possible threats. Taking your opponents lightly is a deadly mistake, Riverglass. And then I will walk over, and and just take Panharen's hand, and then like put my to basically take his like pulse thing. And I would like to study.
Okay. All
I
right.
assume that Panhara is too weak right now. Would you
No.
agree?
Yes,
Okay.
I would agree.
Okay. Yeah,
Or
that'd
am
be
I
great.
comforting and supporting? That would be so funny.
Oh, that would be so funny too. One thing at a time. So, study or comfort and supporting. What would you like? I'll allow
Yeah,
each one. I mean, but just tell me which one you're doing first.
I'll study first.
Okay.
Or maybe I should comfort and support first in case I failed. And then we lose the
No,
opportunity
no,
to.
don't worry about it. No, study first. Study first.
Although it would
Like,
make me laugh if you failed comfort and support.
Well, what I mean is if I failed my study and then it escalates, then I won't get the chance to comfort and support. Well, I
that's
guess I
Gullible
fair.
will
Mu's
That's
study.
here,
fair.
so he could comfort and support too. So
You're so right. You're so right. Okay. I will roll with. Do I want to succeed? I genuinely think that this is water. This is awareness, wisdom, flexibility.
yes,
Not
yes.
flexibility so much, but awareness. Like
Awareness,
understanding.
definitely awareness, especially because you're
So,
both poison buddies now. So I mean, like, geez,
yeah, we're both poison, but obviously different poisons.
different
But yeah, I'll
poisons.
roll water.
Yep.
Roll +0. Ooh. And I rolled a 4, so I did fail.
Do you?
I don't have any bonds. Oh, but Gullible Mu has so many bonds.
But
Oh,
also, because it's
oh,
a study, you could conceivably also do a shadow if you want to,
I
bring
I
it up
could.
a
mean, I could
tier.
use my ability. I don't know how it would work here, but the Unready has a. They can do. They can raise the level of success. If they succeed on a roll with the Unready move, I can read it. You're in over your
Oh.
head with detecting, but you try when you want to help another PC. You may choose to skip using bonds instead. Roll. You may not spend bonds on the assist roll. On a hit, you boost their level of success by one. A miss becomes
Oh,
7 and 9.
yeah,
A
I
7 and
see
9
it.
becomes a 10. On a 7 and 9, if their final result has a cost or consequence, you share those.
That's so funny. You should definitely do
No,
that.
do it,
You
do
should
it, do it,
definitely
do it, do it,
roll
do
to
it, do
see
it, do
if
it,
you can help
do
me
it,
Uh,
do it,
successfully.
do it, do it.
okay,
How are
yes, we're
you
doing
helping
it.
me?
Well,
Yes.
this is gonna be two double sixes, double sixes. Here we go. This is what's gonna happen.
Do it.
Wait, how are you narratively?
No,
What did you
no, wait.
roll?
What did you
Huh?
do? What did you do?
Did you also fail?
Here's here. Here's my question. Important
Mm-hmm.
question. This is like super
Mm-hmm.
important.
Mm-hmm.
Would the plus one forward, since I recognize the trouble of I was going to get poisoned, count
Uh-huh.
in this situation?
Sure. Yes.
Okay,
I'm okay with this.
good.
What did you do?
Oh,
What did you do?
I rolled a five. Wait, no, I rolled. Oh, sorry. Let me.
oh, I guess I also
I
have
rolled a
technically
four.
plus one.
I rolled a four plus metal, which is six plus one four makes it
Oh,
seven.
nice.
I'm okay with
Nice.
this. My
Nice.
God.
Okay,
S-
so what I am doing is I'm trying to sense like your current state. I'm trying to see like how injured you are, and then also like maybe getting a vague sense of the source. Like if it's like a blow to your like your inner, like if it's an inner wound, if it's an outer wound. And so that's kind of vaguely, I think that's the most that Jintong would be able to tell because Jintong's not a trained medical professional.
Mhm.
Um, this is for maths.
Yeah. Okay.
But also, like, how is Haoran helping me do this?
I think Haran would actually point out the actual where they like saying a needle was within it or in.
Ah, okay. Yes, that is helpful because then I'm like, okay, it's either a pressure point or poison or both.
Okay. All right. So basically brings you up to 7 to 9. So, you gain the hold.
Great.
What would you like to do with that hold um for the study? Gain
Also, I
one
have
hold.
plus one. I forgot that I have plus one forward against Haoran because of my in a Hero's Shed No Tears move before.
Okay.
But it didn't matter in this case because I rolled a four and that would have brought it up to a five. Anyway, I'm just keeping that in mind. Or I guess I don't have it anymore since I already used it. Oh, boo. Well,
Anyway, so
anyway, I would like to.
reveal detail, learn a person's skill, ask another question, ask any question about the person, situation.
Okay, let me take a look at our mysteries
Sure.
because I want to look at our or not mysteries. I want to look at our clues because I want to start tying them in.
Yeah, this would be tied to the second clue.
It could be. I suppose I could take a shadow um and bump it up to three hold, then I can immediately tie a clue to a facet and then change the facet. But what I think, yeah, poison that smells familiar. Signs of unusual chi imbalance. Pinprick on the back of the heel. Coded message demanding a meeting. A dead cook. The ashes in the tournament charcoal brazier are the same as the one in Gullible Mu's room. Token of the Greenleaf Society. Single mahjong tile. Okay. Um, I'm going to establish, or what is it? Reveal a detail. Yes, that's what I'm going to do. And the detail is that this method of incapacitating someone is is typical of the White Mountain. Is that what they're called? Of the White Mountain faction.
Oh, dang. Nice. Nice tie back. I like it.
Oh, I guess I need to use my other one to reveal the other detail. Um, I was going to say something related to this, but I think it counts as another detail. So I will spend my other hold to reveal another detail, which is that the poison doesn't actually kill people, but instead it erases their most recent, like their recent memory, like right before getting um or it maybe it doesn't erase it. It confuses the memory to the point where you can't really get it right. Um it scrambles your memory within the last like let's say like 6 to 12 hours. or 3 to 6 Silken, if you want to refer to it the historical way. Anyway, yeah. So
Interesting. Which shadow are you doing? And you don't have to do it now. You can wait until after
I'm not
break.
doing a shadow.
Oh, I thought you
I'm.
were.
Oh wait, I used 2 hold. You're right, and I only had a 7 to 9. I would like to take a cost.
I need you to reveal a secret.
Okay, I need to reveal a secret. About Jintong. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless you know something about somebody else that's going to be really damning later. I mean,
What can I reveal that others don't know already is the thing.
Oh, I know what you could do.
What?
Especially because Gullible Mu and River Glass is here. And
Oh yeah, I guess I could reveal things to Mu, because Mu doesn't know anything.
exactly.
Oh, that's true.
I mean, this could be this, and this could lead us right into our break if you want to reveal it now.
I'm going to like I will pause for a moment, just like kind of considering what I just found out, which is that this is this poison. I should have like I should have a cool name that I can't translate into English. So oh, it's called the poison is called the Forget Me Not. Um, ironically,
I love ironic names.
so Jintong will look up because I think she was looking down and like focusing on the pulse, and then she'll look back up at Haoran. The Forget Me Not poison from the White Mountain faction. Oh yes, and I do have the move where I can establish something about a faction. And I will say that the White Mountain faction, they are information brokers.
Ah, beautiful.
You have clearly delved too deeply into what they did not want you to delve into. Though perhaps this is also something between White Mountain and Water Lily Society.
Yes, it coughs. Really like it's likely. So Gullible Mu didn't send me in to after Songbird Jin to dive in. This isn't you taking care of a problem.
No, I would never work with Songbird.
Who sent you to
Well,
kill me?
What?
a member of the Red Lantern Society demanded demanded of our of us,
Hmm.
and I was chosen to carry it out.
Hmm. Hard to save. Hard to say whether they had a hand or not in this. And then I'll just like glance at your neck where you got the needle pushed into it.
Amazing.
Maybe perhaps if you could take me to my tent, though, I may be able to do something about it. If it's that, I have I needs to be quickly out. If the poison seeps in too far, I won't remember anything that I need to tell you.
Okay. Question. Who would you like to get carried by? Because can carry you. Will
Okay.
throw you over her
I was
shoulder.
I was really debating on whether or not I was delirious enough to again think that Jintong is Lee Min.
That would
So,
be so funny.
That would be
All you remember is
hilarious.
getting tossed over the shoulder by Li Min.
all right, so I think he's like
Just
delirious enough that he's just like sometimes he gets it, and other times he just starts fading and starts calling you Lehman as you carry.
Oh, do you want
you
that?
should do that. You
Yeah.
should do
Yes,
that.
Because
yes.
then that'll be what the camera's like, fades into, like, go from like your vision of like, we see Jintong, but then the camera like fades into like it turns into Lee Men, it turns into Radish, and then like, you hear Radish's voice, and that's where we're gonna fade into commercial break, into our break. Oh my God, that's amazing. All right. All right. So we have Pan being brought back to his quarters, like, looking beat up and kind of a little bit groggy, I'm sure. And yeah, what is let's paint the scene here. You know, what does Pan Haran's quarters look like as the affianced of a great detective slash uh, political ally, I guess, of sorts.
Yeah. So I imagine that there's probably like I want to say that's like those pavilion tents are
Mhm.
like those big, a large tent. And so I imagine that there are a couple of servants, but they stay out of my particular tent and if I'm not there. And so, yeah, it's like something where I will have to come in and send whoever the servants are away. And of course, they're probably whispering since I look like I'm about to die or something. I'm very sick.
What specifically here is Pan, but not indicating your background, as part of the assassins group slash, you know, fixer. I mean, I'm really thinking that's what your true background is a fixer.
Yeah, it's like I'm not necessarily an assassin. The assassins try to send message. I'm more of make things quietly go away.
Yeah, a fixer.
Yeah, so,
Disagree. Assassins don't send a message.
they kill political
Assassins kill
figures.
people.
They kill political figures
Not
a lot of
always.
times. Not
As
always,
someone
but
who is actually from an assassin
all right,
organization, no.
As an actual assassin.
Yeah, as an actual assassin,
right.
no.
So basically, Pan Haran is like the assassin's fixer. So,
Yeah.
regardless, what I mean, like,
I think Fanfaran's more like assassin supplier. Like I
Mm,
imagine they're the Water Lily Society provides a lot of the like the poisons and herbs and medical herbs and things like that. So to Red Lantern, so I'm probably more familiar with poisons than the actual assassination part of it, and that's probably what reason it wasn't like super easy for me to just kill Jintong because it's like there's usually a degree of separation in a lot of these situations.
all right. Well, I'm basically asking for a paint the scene from everybody right now. It's like, what does Pan
Okay,
like? What makes Pan look like? Like he has resources, but yet also hides that fixer slash poison supplier background.
Yeah, I think there's like maybe like a chest with a false bottom. Maybe you keep your uh works with poisons or antidotes uh underneath some clothes or something.
were you going to add anything, Agatha?
I think that there is an overabundance of clothing. And they're all put away like nicely. I don't feel like Haran is a very messy person, but it's like way too many clothes for just like a simple outing. Even if you're representing your society.
That's fair. Yeah, that's definitely true.
That's Panoram's vice. It's like clothing. Gotta look
I
like
some of
tricked
those
out.
clothing aren't just for me. Now I can buy clothes for two people. like if Lee Zing would accept their role as a mannequin that I could drape clothes onto, but
If you could catch him, if you could catch him and stop, like, and he would just like sit still for half a sec. Yeah,
mm,
you know. Mm, mm. But anyway, okay. So they bring you here, and well, I mean, you're kind of still groggy and kind of drugged up still. So who
Yeah,
who?
specifically, I think Mu is the one carrying uh Haoran, right?
Sure.
How are you carrying him?
Like a bride, the over the mantle. Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, not not intentionally, but that's how I would carry
Oh,
this.
that's so
Yeah,
funny.
treated so much nicer than if Jintong were to carry them.
Fireman's
and
carry.
on his shoulder,
Yeah,
Yeah, like a sack of potatoes.
like a
Right.
sack of
Sacrifice.
potatoes.
Just like
Like a sack of petty potatoes. Nice. Okay.
when, like, if Jintong was not poisoned and at her full height, it would be under the arm, still carried like that.
Oh,
a different sack of potatoes.
I'd be
Yeah.
dragging him like, down by the collar. It's fine.
Just sliding through the dirt. Oh,
Yep.
awesome.
It's fine. Okay. But yeah. So anyway, do you send anybody away?
Yeah, I send all the servants. I wave them out of the room,
Right.
out of the tent, and I like kind of point to be taken over to like the one chest that I know has the false bottom in it to move. And I probably, since I'm being carried like a bride, I'm probably like talking to Moo like, why did you send for Lee Min? She can't find out who I am. I
Who's
know
Lee
you
Min?
you owe me anything, but please send her away. I don't want her to find out what I really am.
Um, I think you are seeing things that are not there, Pan. Haran. Don't worry, we will get you back to normal soon.
It's like sit me down here, and I
Uh,
like go through the taking the clothes out. It's kind of like a mess. Like he doesn't have the wherewithal to be like organized about it. He's just throwing clothes out to the side. Um, there's they kind of like a latch that he slides it one way and it comes undone. He takes it out and it reveals like a whole bunch of different little clay pot vials at the bottom, and like he just it's just instead of like taking it out and sitting, he just like kind of just knocks a lot of them around as he's like looking for something. And I think that's when I would be rolling the 14 blades to see if I could just move. Which is you can create a strange device or substance, hidden weapon, smoke bomb, dissolving liquid, etc. Say what you wish to make, and the GM will tell you what you need: nothing, time, materials, assistance, secret lore, etc. Once you have that roll on a 10 plus, you build it. On the 7 and 9, it expects is a brief or unstable. On a miss, your creation has the opposite effect you intend.
Okay, are you really sure you want to do this?
Yes,
Okay.
I am 100% sure that I want this to go really good or really bad. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Well, all right.
Look,
You have your clay
I know this
pots.
is a trophy, but I still can't make myself completely not do it.
Okay. All right. Well, you
Yeah.
have your clay pots. You have your collection of things. I mean, and this poison that you smell that you're familiar with. So
Mhm.
you think you can do this. I
Mhm.
will say that there is this chance randomization will you
Mhm.
out that you're
Mhm.
drugged up, so this could be bad.
Okay.
You could fuck it up.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna leave it to chance and see how well you do or how badly
Mhm.
you do.
Yep.
Time in a drugged up poison.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. I'll live my decisions. Sorry.
What elements do you have left that you could possibly roll on? Oh my god.
You're also rolling with -2 because you're wounded.
Yep.
Yes.
I know.
Okay.
So okay, the poison is willing out.
I'm not sure what would be appropriate for this.
Metal
Caution focus.
seems
Metal.
right. You need to
Yeah.
control your
Yeah,
doses.
metal sounds right. So I'm rolling a flat dice.
Okay.
So it's time for me to roll and fail. I mean, succeed.
I've never seen somebody smile so much for failure. God.
I rolled a 6.
Oh, good. I got a bond for you.
Oh my god. Moo, are you helping him?
Yeah, I'll do the comfort and support.
Oh my god.
Um,
Oh, are you
So I will
comforting and
s-
supporting, or do you want to just spend the bond?
I mean, is one better than the other, you think?
Well, if you're comforting and supporting, then you have to roll, but you can also just spend a bond that you have.
Just spend. Okay, wait. Okay, so spend a bond just to get to the 7. We can just get to the.
Oh, I'll do that then. I'll
Yes.
just spend the bond.
And then you can comfort and support when things are in the clear,
Right.
and then deal with it that way. Okay. let's not do the riskier thing in the riskier moment. So yes, with a 7, 7 and 9, its effect is brief or unstable.
Or unstable.
Oh boy. So instead of creating this antidote that will clear the poison completely, I think it's going to be unstable. And the way it's unstable is that, your vision clears and, you've created this thing. Well, tell me first how, what your initial effect was supposed to be. Like, what did you want
the
it to do?
initial effect was so that I wouldn't lose the memories I have. Like, that's like the really important thing is that I want to be able to share the clues I've collected without this poison completely scrambling it. Because I have not shared any information.
Okay.
So it's really trying to establish that.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to say that this allows you to have your lucid moments and you're able to, just completely tell everybody what you were able to find out before they were able to, completely put you out of commission or almost put you out of commission by poisoning you. Okay. But the way it's it's brief because now you're starting to get your vision all blurred out again and you're starting to feel the effects of the poison coming upon you. And I think we're starting to see something similar to what's happening with Jintong, but because it's a different poison, I want to know how it's manifesting visually. Tell me how people are able to see it or smell it or whatever, something. How is it manifesting on you right now that they can see it?
Well, given that this is a poison that scrambles your memory and your mind, I think it's probably something with like their vision or eyes. Maybe they're like fully dilated eyes. Probably this. I'm not sure what else beyond that. I'm trying to think of visually. I think visually maybe there's something in their in the eye color change, but I can't really think of what exactly it would be with Forget Me Not. It's like,
ooh, what if your eyes change into like a really pale blue, or like they start to turn.
Oh yeah, it's like contact lenses during a scene, a camera cut.
There you go. Yeah,
I think maybe they start looking kind of like cataracts or like with this lighting
cloudy,
yeah.
like a pale cloudy blue. There you
Yeah.
go. I like it. Okay, and that's what happens. Like you guys all start to see it. So Pan starts telling you all what He's able to find out, gives you all that information, and then you start seeing, like, it starts to fade, and then, like, speech starts to slur or what have you, but then starts to, as the memory starts to fade again, the eyes start to blur, and then the eyes start going pale, cloudy blue. And maybe also too, like, you start to not see the people that are actually here again, Pan. Maybe you start to get visions of Radish again, where Jintong
Yeah,
is. Oh no. Uh,
yeah, yeah.
do you
Okay,
Jintong
that
sing?
makes sense.
Go ahead.
Jintong will come closer and like to like look at Haoran's eyes because like it wasn't like this before when they first woke up. So Jintong is kind of like studying it.
I
But
think, yeah.
yeah, go ahead.
No, no, finish what you're saying.
No, I was just setting that up in case you wanted to play into what Matt's was setting up.
Okay, yeah. So I was just like, please, can you then find it in your heart to just ignore what you see here? It's just not the person I wanted you to want you to see Lehman.
Lee Min is not here. Actually, do I even know? But yeah, because I've heard you call Radish Lee Min before. Okay.
Yeah, I've been interchanging it just to make sure
Yeah.
that people, yeah.
Okay. Lee Min is not here.
Ah, I understand. Thank you. I appreciate your this. I don't. This, this is the second time you've saved me in so many days. And I appreciate it.
I'll glance over at Mu, like, what?
And
He's delirious.
Riverglass will just, like, look over, like, Jintong's head and at you, Moo, and just go, "Do you understand what's going on?"
Not at all. Oh,
Okay.
They are delirious, it's true.
Good. It's not just me then.
Go
Okay.
to
No,
sleep, Haran.
of course, if it were not for my uh, for obligations, things would be so much different. And I like take your hand and like squeeze it, and then like it doesn't take me long to pass out. Like I probably passed out before.
so did you do tell us? Did you tell us about the masked figures and all that already?
Yeah, I mean,
Or
because
Hmm.
like I was saying, it's like,
Yeah, yeah,
as soon as he took the antidote, then he told you all of the information, just just to
Yeah.
get it out. It's almost like, like you take medicine, you feel great, and you're just gonna, like, pump out all the stuff
right?
that you know.
Yeah, when Haran reaches out to take Jintong's hand, thinking that it's Li Min, Jintong moves back. But Haran does catch Jintong's sleeve, and she just kind of looks down at it. Hmm. Wait, actually, is this inner conflict?
Is it?
Because now I realize that Soup's fiance is in love with Soup's sister. Is that my entanglement? I
I
think
don't know.
that is my entanglement.
Ay, caramba. Ugh.
Yeah, I think there is a moment where Jintong looks at Haoran's now, I guess, asleep or groggy face, and like there's like a flash of anger like on her face. Um, and I'll roll inner conflict
Okay.
with fire. These dice hate me. I rolled another 3. Plus 1 is 4, and
Oh
then
wow.
I guess I don't have my +1 forward against Haoran anymore, so I'll take that out. Because that would have been 5, but anyway.
I'm gonna roll in her conflict too, I think. Because I realize I've just helped the person who's after my friend.
That's true.
You did. You were.
So
Oh my god.
Yeah, totally after your friend.
Oh.
King of Pearls is going to get it now, and it's all your fault.
Wait, what did you roll?
I rolled a 6.
What the
Well,
fringe, man?
You have bonds.
I do have bonds.
You
Do I
do
want
have
to
bonds.
It's like,
Let's
do I
see.
want to use them?
Do I want to
Please.
use them?
Do you want to use them? People need to flee scenes and stuff.
Either flee the scene or mark an element to keep yourself steady. I'm fine with fleeing the scene with Jintong since
Yeah,
we both
we're
failed.
just leave. That's actually so funny.
Oh man, awesome.
Wait, so what does this look like when you leave?
Yeah, I hope I have not made a terrible mistake. But I must warn I must warn the King of Pearls. Um, I'm sure he will get blamed for this as well. Given that Haoran is confusing everyone with everyone. So yeah, so I'm ready to go.
Jintong is there. I think she did kind of crouch down to look at Haoran's eyes, right?
Mhm.
So she's crouched by the cot,
Mhm.
and just kind of like flexing her hand.
Roof of glass is still there. It's like, what are you planning on doing?
Okay, what Jintong would do? Because she failed the inner conflict roll, it should try to kill Haoran. Especially now that Mu is gone.
Yeah.
He's super easy.
Yeah.
Barely
What
inconvenience.
what does Riverglass do?
I thought you were trying to get away from all that.
That's what he says. That's so funny. I think okay. Is this a PC to PC duel?
Well, I mean, River Glass isn't a PC. Well,
No, I mean with
right, but I mean, like, but it doesn't count because he's
I
kind
don't
of
think a conscious
unconscious.
person can
I
duel.
know.
I think this is just
Okay,
like
so
you decide
the
to murder
situation
me.
is like Riverglass like being like, I think like Riverglass like trying to like Jintong is not the kind of person who's going to be swayed with things like, I thought you were trying to leave this life behind. Like Jintong has a very, very skewed moral compass.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I don't think she cares about things like that.
Yeah.
So I think the most effective way is actually for Riverglass to just physically stop her.
Yeah.
There is that moment where there's like the look in Jintong's eyes change. And this is a thing that seems to be in a lot of wuxia fiction, where at least in the books, where they can sense the like killing intent.
Yeah.
And that is like suddenly very strong. And
I think this is where he will grasp
yeah.
your wrist. Yeah, I mean, like, he will physically grasp your wrist as soon as he sees it.
Yeah.
No. And that's all he says. Not like this.
Why not? He is a risk. And they have said out loud that it was a mistake to let me go. Do you want them to kill me, Riverglass?
But I also think that there's something wrong about doing it this way when they are just as... I can't tell you how I know. I just know this way is not how it should be. And you...
As in, you think it's wrong, or you think that this will cause us more trouble?
cause more trouble. I don't think you know what wrong would be.
Gina will pull her hand out of River Glass's grasp. This is the best opportunity. Once this is gone, I will not get a chance like this again. I hope you remember that. And then Jintong will walk out.
I think at this point, Riverglass will stare down at you, Pan. And then I think he'll kind of just say under his breath, I hope Radish is right about you. And then he'll turn on his heel and leave.
Oh, he's tight with Radish. What's going on?
Next scene or revelation move, I don't care. Like, what do you want to do next?
I can have a short scene with the King of Pearls, and then
Okay.
it doesn't have to be a
Oh, that's right,
super
because we have
important.
to find out whether he bet against you, whether he got your message or not.
Yeah,
King of Pearls, King of Pearls, King of Pearls. Sorry, gotta go back into the NPC tab and like take a look at him.
sure.
I think you will find him near the betting parlor.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is he smiling or not smiling?
You see the back of him first.
I run up to him. Your Majesty, uh, King Boo, um, Pearl, I tap his shoulder.
And I think, when you tap his shoulder and he turns around, he will smile at you with a beaming smile, and you'll notice that his robes are, cleaner and, a lot newer. Like they're no longer the threadbare robes he's been wearing, like, the last couple of times that you've seen him. Maybe the the pearl sets that he was wearing, it's like, they look like they've been refreshed or refurbished or what have you. And he just says, "Oh, it's wonderful to see you. Ah, I can see that you're not doing so badly after your bout. How are you?"
I'm good. I see you got my monkey. Um,
Yes.
you uh, does this mean does this mean you can give up betting now?
Oh, no. Well, it's a funny story. So, and he will kind of like, come alongside you, and then he will kind of go in arm with you, like walk with me, and we'll just look around the parlor, shall we? And he'll kind of just kind of recount to you. So, yes, I was finding myself a little bit desperate, just trying to scrape together what coins I could and try to stay out of the way of those that were looking for me, shall we say. But, yes, I mean, there had been those that had come up to me and said that, you had said to bet upon you. And I was, yes, that was the direction that you said to go into, absolutely. And I was a little bit worried. You did show me that you had improved, and I didn't know what to think. I really wasn't sure. And the match yesterday was so exciting, and it was really very exciting. I couldn't tell you how nervous I was. I almost tore my robe in half. I was so nervous. But then I had changed my bet a few times during the match, and then finally did get the monkey, and he said to bet against you. And then I thought, well, what better way than to try it the other way? And I did, and I gained a lot of it back. Um, so I was able to pay off most of the debt, and I was able to get a refresh. But still have a little bit to go, and I am still investing back, and I'll get some more. I'll earn it back. Yes, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. It'll be great.
There is more that I think when he was, I think something he said gave Mu pause. But then I kind of shake it off and I say uh the the policeman that was after you, he is he's incapacitated. He has been poisoned, so I think he will not be bothering you for at least a little while. Uh, but yes, do be careful. Uh, um, right, yeah, and maybe don't spend the money on your clothes, even though you look really good. Spend it on your debt.
Sure, but I have to give a good presentation just in case I find a sponsor or a patron. I mean, this royalty can't, help but be funded and supported by loyal followers. So I need to make sure I look nice.
Uh,
You know
oh,
how
of
it is.
course. Oh, I see. Impressions.
Yes,
Um,
yes, impressions. Yes.
you you must be careful. There are there are strange things happening. Men with masks, or they could be women, but there is a lot of things happening behind the scenes that I can't even guess at. So
You be
I think,
careful too. I mean, one of the competitors, Emerald Sky Saint, got killed.
oh, she's the second one. The
Yes,
um the first, of course, was that man from the winner from last time.
yes.
I
Last
think
year's champion.
someone is trying to rig the tournament, I'm guessing.
You think so?
So yeah, just be careful. Be be careful with your money because people are trying to influence the outcome unfairly. I say
And
completely ironically. Yeah.
right, and this is where he gets close to you and says, "But isn't that what you tried to do
Um.
by entering the match and
Oh no,
telling
no.
me to?"
I was just trying to help you. That's different.
But Moo, you're still in the tournament.
No, no. I lost. I assumed that they would. I was eliminated. No.
They might do a wild card now that Emerald Sky Saint is no longer in the tournament.
Oh. Huh. Well, maybe, but what are the chances that they would pick me?
What
I
are the
don't think.
chances?
Yeah, I'm sure I'm fine. Um, but now that you say it, maybe I should be worrying about Riverglass.
Yes,
Um, uh, all right. I will I will stay wary and you do the same. Um,
thank you. Should I bet on this Riverglass? He won your match. You think he's a good contender for uh for the rest
he
of for the rest of the tournament?
he fought much better than I was expecting. But mm, I don't know. There are still a lot of great fighters. Bufang, um, uh, Red, what's his name? Skycast Red. Um,
Rogang looks like she could be a good a good a good ticket.
yes,
Someone was saying
yes.
she has not taken out that sword yet. So
Oh,
people are excited to see if she will be in the finals and then take out that sword so we can see what it looks like.
yes, it is very impressive. Um,
You've seen it?
I I have seen what she has shown of it, um, which really isn't much to so yeah, maybe she'll show it to the crowds. Um, but yeah, we will see what happens. I hope I do not fight her. Assuming I get called again, but I won't. Um, all right. Uh, do me a favor, keep your eyes and ears open. And if you see anything weird, let me know.
I will. I will. Take
All
care of
right.
yourself, Moo.
Okay. I will hurry hurry away before I say anything else.
Right. And we see him turn back to the betting tables, but he kind of gives you a look over his shoulder like, what did I just find out? Did I find out anything? Interesting. Okay.
Oh,
Hmm.
you have a soft move against me
Hmm.
from my face to face. Do you want to
Oh.
just say that behind him, undaunted Jintong turns around? He's heard the whole thing.
Oh, yes. Oh, goodness. I love it. I think you're gonna have somebody sneaking up on you as you're leaving. So as you're like, heading down the street, I think it's like, what's this? What's this? Someone has seen the mysterious sword that Cheng Rogang has in the scabbard. Did I hear that right?
Wait, this is undaunted talking to me.
Mm-hmm. You hear Undaunted's voice coming from behind you.
Oh, let me try to think what I would. So I mean, I'm trying to remember from the first mystery
You
what I
were
would
in a
know about
like,
that.
she was practicing in the clearing. I think she's from the same region you are.
Right. Oh yeah, no, I mean I remember that part, but I'm trying to remember like if I know why she keeps it secret or that she keeps it secret and that she'll kill anyone who knows. Kind of thing. Um you know what? I trust Dutton Shadong. Why wouldn't I? Yeah, oh wow, I can't believe the King of Pearls told you this. Um, but yes, but don't tell anyone else. Um, I have I saw her sword, but I don't think she would be happy if other people knew.
What does it look like? Tell me, tell me.
It it has holes. Um, and there is a place on the hilt where however she holds it, well, it makes music. Like she swings it, and the wind goes through, and she's able to play a melody on it. Um, as she fights. It is beautiful, but also terrifying. Uh, she was fighting two men, but It was a short fight, so I did not see much or hear much. But I will never forget that song.
Interesting, interesting. Ah, hmm. Wow. That should be in legend. It's a legendary thing. Huh.
Mm.
Surprising she doesn't want more people to know about it. But I guess if people do, then I guess more people would want to possess it. As one of those things that
Oh,
the legends should carry. Hmm.
yeah, that is why you must not tell anyone.
Oh,
Uh, we don't want, I don't want thieves going after her. I mean, it is her sword. All
and all they do is shrug
right.
as they move away.
Um,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay. All right.
I make him promise not to tell anyone.
You make him promise? Make them
Yeah, I make him.
promise?
I make them
Interesting.
promise. Yeah,
Interesting.
tell, don't, promise me you
You.
won't tell anyone, even when you're drunk.
Oh, that could be a tall order from someone like me. Hearts and minds. Mm-mm-mm.
Uh, all right, fine. Hearts of Minds we go. I am using. I'm gonna use passion because think I don't want to be getting anyone in trouble. Roll. Holy moly! So six.
These
Um,
rolls today. Ay, ay,
what
ay.
happens
Do you have
on
any
the
bonds with
see?
him? With them?
Uh,
You can spend any bonds, by the way.
Oh, okay.
right.
Yeah, for any situation, as long as you can justify it narratively, like what of your relationship with the person that you're spending the bond with.
Yeah, if you can kind of like create a 6 degrees or less separation with the bond with the character that you're trying to apply pressure to.
Right. I mean, what happens on a miss though? Just they just don't tell. They just don't follow through.
Oh yeah, they don't follow through. In fact, they might just do
Uh,
the opposite.
yeah, yeah. Well, I'm fine with them telling Songbird Jin or whoever. Um, so yeah, yeah, I'm fine with failing that.
Okay. All right. So all right. Okay. So with the failure, yeah. I think this is where it's like, Undaunted Jadong is going to look into your eyes as you're like making the plea, right? You're going to be like, "Oh, how can I say no to those wonderful puppy dog eyes?" But I will. And then he'll like completely run away and like, gonna go run and tell whomever he's going to tell about the sword.
I'll chase them and I can lose them in the crowd or whatever.
Yeah, 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 exactly,
Mhm.
exactly. So it's like one of those like, comedic things that like ends a scene. All right.
Right.
So, what next? Or are we going to try and like, do the revelation? Because I know how long sometimes it takes to kind of hash out like how things get put together for revelation slash theorize for some of these things. We have 9 clues on the board for 6 complexity, and
Yeah, I I was thinking about having Jintong go talk to Skycast Red
sure, if you want to do
um
that.
to get some context from last year's
Okay.
tournament, but
Okay.
we also could just start trying to do the role.
That is up to you
Yeah, I think if you
because
Uh,
want to talk to Skycast Red, you should go talk to them.
yeah, we can find out more information.
Okay,
yeah.
sure.
All right. So Jintong, Skycast Red. Okay. Yeah, I think you're gonna find Skycast Red, like in the practice, in one of the practice arenas. You know, um, getting ready for a match. Um, I think their next set match is actually going to be against Guobutong. Yeah. So.
Okay. Um, um yeah, Jintong will show up and just just watch for a little bit
Mhm.
because I mean, yeah, if he's practicing, I'm not going to necessarily interrupt it. But basically, we'll wait until he's done.
Oh, you know what?
Right?
Actually, let's make it a little bit more interesting because it's like we've been doing a lot of practice arena stuff like lately. Let's do it where in a bar because I just realized like looking at looking at the thing, it's like like he's a lot more open after a few cups of wine, so this could be more fun. That's like if he's been drinking. So yeah, I'd rather do it like if he's been drinking. So yeah, he's been at the bar. Maybe by now it's like in the afternoon and such, in the evening. So um, yeah, you find him at the.
Um, Jintong will sit down in front of him
Mhm.
and then consider for a second and take out some silver and put it on the table and some coins.
What is this for?
And she'll turn to uh like the server that's going back and forth and then say give us some more and then like push the silver in their general direction.
Skycast Red kind of just laughs a little bit and saying, "Oh, thank you." And you are. It's a bit tipsy right now.
Jintong.
Skycast Red, unless you already knew that.
um hmm. Jintong will like nod again and then say Water Lily Society as a way of declaring what faction she's from.
Should that have meaning for me?
And you are? Like Juno is doing this as like a courtesy thing. Like you would usually declare your, unless people already know, like you would declare your faction to each other.
Ah, okay. And to be honest, it's like I don't know what faction he's he's a sea of good reputation. Not really sure. Let's give a good martial. Sorry, I gotta come up with a name here. The Ninth Raven.
Ooh, I get to declare a detail about the Ninth Raven's activities
Mm-hmm.
or Skycast Red's reputation. But I already know Skycast Red's reputation, so I'll say that the Ninth Raven,
Mm-hmm.
there um has been a negotiation with Chief Ouyang for compensation after Skycast Red's fiance was killed last year in the tournament by Yang Mofeng.
Yeah. Do you mention anything about that? And after we, acknowledge each other's faction or anything?
Yeah, Jintong will look down at the new um, jars of alcohol and then pour a cup and push it push it over to Skycast Red and then pour another one and then take a sip herself. There have been a lot of deaths this year, and I heard that there were also deaths last year.
He breaks the cup. After you poured it out, he started drinking, but then he breaks it as he puts it down when you say that. I remember. I remember all too well. As a look of pain crosses his face.
What happened?
That scum. That scum killed her. He didn't have to. Yang Mufeng, violent beast. Tournament of Death is just... It's for drama and spectacle, but there are those that just feel the need to live up to that reputation. And young Mufang just had to prove how much of a deathbringer he was. And she... Seventh Gate, she couldn't... She did her best. You've seen the course. Yes, you've watched the matches so far.
Yes.
You know, at the highest level, the obstacle has the breakaway point, and it has the balancing platform. You have a choice. You can either leap it and go to the heavenly gate to safety, or you can take your chances on the breakaway and help your opponent, but you can get to the end faster. Yang Mufang had the chance to win by getting to the platform faster, and all he had to do was help. Seventh Gate. What did he do? What do you think he did?
So he didn't attack her.
Oh, no.
He left her to die.
No. He not only left her to die, but he moved the platform. He broke it from underneath her as a parting gift as he crossed the finish line.
A coward's way.
Coward's way. Coward's way.
That's strange. What? Who is protecting him from all the consequences?
Who knows? Who knows?
Well, I'm sure you were seeking recourse. Who stopped you?
In the moment, tournament rules did not say anything about death being off the table. It is in the name, after all. And what was I to do? He won.
Well, surely you sought revenge.
That high up, it's not something that could be proved.
And you accepted it.
Oh no, I would not accept it. But what did that little piece of garbage do in the year since winning and then coming back for this tournament? Disappeared. Disappeared with his winnings. Just rode on his reputation elsewhere, far away from all of us.
And did you catch wind of who was cleaning up after him?
No. Can't say more about any reparations because it is an agreement with Chief Ouyang, but it is merely as compensation for our loss. As if anything could cover our loss of such a beautiful and...
So would you say that Chief Ouyang is the one that stepped in?
Only as the organizer of the event. Could
The
we
Ninth
say...
Raven clan is not, or the Ninth Raven faction clan is not a small one. You have power and influence, and yet you were not able to push for more immediate punishment. Someone was behind him, behind Yang Mofeng. That's why he thought he could act with impunity.
We are large, yes. But what if we were not as powerful as whomever could be covering for him? What then?
Yes, that is what I am saying. If you really want revenge, perhaps you should look into that. Who is it that's doing this?
And perhaps there are also things moving in the shadows that are beyond even those powerful forces. And this tournament that are more important. If you want to study and get if you want to study and get a little bit more information, it's like I suggest doing so.
Sure. Am I studying where my hearts and minds are?
That's up to you.
Let me see the moves.
So yeah, you can battle your words and do what you want to give you more detail and more information. That's fine. Study gets you the actual, hold for details or clues. Depends on what kind of results you want.
I'll study.
Okay.
And I will use Earth.
Okay.
My focus and my presence. Also because Jintong is kind of uncaring at the moment. Like, this man is grieving. And she's like, give me the facts.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah, roll a 10 plus 2 is a 12.
Look at you. Wait, what? You got a 12?
Yeah.
Oh, are you going to do the whole thing? Are you going to do the 3 holds? The 3 hold thing?
I could.
That's up to you.
Yeah, let me see the basic moves again. Gain 3 holds. Gain a clue associated with a mystery facet and rewrite that facet 3 hold. Okay. Let me take a look at the facets again. The murder of Yang Mofeng. Events of last year's tournament and Global Atonement, the New Green Leaf Society.
Yeah, you already changed that one to
Yeah, I could.
I mean, you could muck around with the murder of young Mufeng and then or the events of last year's tournament.
Sure, give me another clue, and I will associate it
Absolutely.
and rewrite a facet.
Okay, so let's see.
So the question that I asked, like just for narrative positioning,
Sure.
was Skycast Red was like, oh, there's something else, like even beyond these forces moving in the shadows. And then I was like, what is it?
Yep, exactly. Okay, here we go. I'm just going to put this in a general sense because it's like I want you guys to figure out how you want to contextualize this. Okay. So, this is. Let me just double check the NPCs here. Okay. So, I think what he tells you, or he tells you very obliquely. It's like moving in the shadows are notes of a scandal. The Golden Child for Guardian Fu. And that's all I can say. She's the local favorite. She's a member of Chief Ouyang's Golden Pilgrim Heroes.
Sorry, could you say that louder? Sorry.
Sorry. No, it's fine. It's like I'm like whispering because it's like, he's in his cups and he's like kind of like, I don't know. But she is the local favorite. She is a member of his Golden Pilgrim Heroes. But, yeah, there is murmurings of scandal associated with Guardian Fu.
And this is what's moving in the shadows, more powerful than whatever force has stopped you and the Ninth Ravens from pursuing justice. Is that what you mean?
Yes. If greater justice can be served.
I see. And I'll turn to wave down a server again and then set down some more silvers. Give the man something to eat. And I'll stand up and walk away.
How do you want
Notes
to
of a
change?
scandal for Guardian Fu. So there are notes. Does this mean that he has notes for me?
I mean, like,
If I got this clue, then can I get the notes?
It's in the mystery as a note warning of a scandal for a contestant. So if you want to say like something surreptitious that he passes to you, like
Sure.
Yeah, we can totally say that. Yeah.
Okay.
Fine. Yeah.
Okay. And I'll go outside. What time of the day is it again?
Yeah, say
I know
evening
you
because I
said
mean,
this.
yeah, he started drinking and stuff, so that whatever.
Okay. I'll look out in the dim light from inside this pub, I guess. Or this space that you can drink at.
The lanterns are starting to be lit outside,
Yeah, and some of them are red, and I look at them and then look back down at the note. I mean, I think the note of the scandal for Guardian Fu is that, let's see, Guardian Fu.
And again, you can contextualize in the sense of the revelation move, but I mean, like, how are you changing one of the facets?
Yeah, I'm taking a look right now. So she lost to Yang Mofeng in the finals last year.
Mm-hmm.
It's part of the Golden Pilgrim Heroes Um, and Chief Ouyang rose to the leadership of his sect after the death of Lan Wuxian, I think, and the destruction of the Green Leaf Society.
Weird. It's like,
I think what the note says is if you want to know who your real father is, show up at this time, at this place. And that the time is the night right before the finals. So she found something out and it threw her off so much that and presumably she probably found out about her real father, whatever that means. And that threw her off so much that she lost to Yang Mofeng.
oh, Jesus.
Yeah, so many messages demanding meetings. Um,
Oh, God.
no such scandal for Guardian Fu, whose true parentage with day and time for meeting. Okay. And I think this ties into I'm changing events of last year's tournament to why Guardian Fu, the real relationship between Guardian Fu and Yang Mofeng.
Oh, sure. Would that be last year's tournament, or would that be murder of young Mufeng? You think?
It is last year's tournament.
Okay, that's fine.
That I'm changing it to.
Okay.
And I think this is
That's crazy.
I'm establishing that. Hold on. Ooh,
crazy. Oh my God.
Let me just read through the NPC descriptions again. Yang Mofeng surprised little victor last year. Also, what is Chen Rogang's? Did we establish last season that Chen Rogang had something that her father died at some point?
Whose father?
Chen
Chen
Rogang.
Rogang.
Because because we got it confused. Like, you know, like you thought there was something you thought, or somebody thought that we were talking about that they were talking to Sun Sun Wo's daughter, but it wasn't. It was like, you know, they were talking to Chang, but I thought that was a great detail, so I was just like, yeah, like, you know, it was her. So I mean, like, you know, like we established that, you know, like, you know, something about her father, and that's like I got to go back and watch it again. And I'm fine with like, you know, like the detail being hazy about that. There's something about, like, you know, maybe there's a martial history there that we don't know about.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what I'm associating this is that what I'm associating between these is that Guardian Fu and Yang Mofeng were actually are actually related by blood because they are both children of Lan Wuxian.
No way! Oh, dang. Amazing. Okay, are we starting the revelation move now? Is that what we're doing?
I mean, that's me associating the
Okay.
clue with the facet.
Perfect. Okay. Dang. Amazing. Okay. I mean, we're looking at 10 clues right now, 2 of them which are already associated with facets. We only have to have at least one clue associated with a facet, and there are 3 facets. So, you know, already on our way. All right, great. For complexity 6 mystery. So, if we are starting the revelation move, just so we know, tournament death, complexity 6, 3 facets, 10 clues. All right. So,
Yeah,
current-
do we want to start doing revelation now, or do we want to
I'm
do
fine with doing Revelation now. But if we could take us maybe a small break,
okay. Do
if that
you
it's up to, well, I don't know what other people want to do.
want to do a quick 3-minute bio break and then come back and then do a revelation move to round out the end of the session? Is that okay?
that works for me?
Okay. 3
Yeah,
minutes and
cool.
then we'll come back and do revelation. All right. All right. I'm curious to see how this is going to pan out because we have all right. Complexity 6 mystery of Tournament of Death. We have 3 facets: the murder of Yang Mufeng, the real relationship between Guardian Fu and Yang Mufeng, Guo Butong, and the new Greenleaf Society. The clues, 10 of them. A pinprick on the back of the heel. Poison that smells familiar to Haoran. Signs of unusual qi imbalance. A glance and flicking gesture between Guo, Chang, and Skycast. A coded message demanding a meeting. A dead cook. The ashes in the tournament charcoal brazier are the same as the ones in Guo Butong's room. A token of the Greenleaf Society. A single mahjong tile from Radish's pocket. And notes of a scandal for Guardian Fu's true parentage with day and time for meeting. Those are the clues. So 2 of them are already bespoken towards facets. Again, the way the revelation move works is that just go around and try to associate at least one clue with a facet of the mystery. And then once they're all, or at least one clue is associated with a facet and meeting the complexity, then you roll with the amount of clues minus the complexity. And then, if there's any bonuses, fabulous. And then you see how well you do with the resolution. All right. And one of the things that is different from Carve from Brindlewood games is that, if no players want to roll on the revelation move, you can choose to have me roll. So that is up to you.
Question.
Yeah.
What was the context for the coded message demanding a meeting? Like, who got that? What was the situation for that? I
When
don't
Haran
remember.
was when Haran was investigating um, Schomburg Jun, he, he discovered the coded message at in their stall,
Okay.
and that's how he learned about the meeting that Songbird Jun was supposed to have that he apparently accidentally interrupted.
I will say that when in CFB games,
Mm.
generally the clues are vague enough that you can contextualize however the hell you need to for a
Mm.
theorize. But if you did want to know, where they were found, I mean, you could totally do that. As Jonn just said, I mean, the coded message was found as he was going to Songbird June's tent slash uh, uh, store. And then Radish came upon him in the next episode, and that's where they started to go to dinner. So that's
Yeah,
context
I
for that.
understand that.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, and the pinprick on the back of the heel was found on Yang Wolfeng. Is that
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
Indeed.
And the poison that smells familiar to Haoran is where did you smell it?
Same
That's
diff.
the same.
Okay. And the signs of unusual qi imbalance was on Global Tong, is that right?
I believe
Yeah.
so, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Or song version. And then the dead cook was outside of the tea house when
Right.
during the first ambush
Right.
with the
Yep.
death of Emerald Sky Saint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. ashes in the tournament charcoal brazier are the same as the ones in Global Tong's room. Token of the Green Leaf Society. When was this discovered?
That was
For
when
context.
Mu was after Mu's fight with Guabutang. Um, he noticed that there was a token of the Greenleaf Society on him, but I let me see if I can find my notes.
It was kind of like in his robes, like, like it was very small.
Okay. So I feel like it would be easy to associate that with Global Tone and the new Greenleaf Society because
Sure.
we
Mhm.
established that the the gesture that indicated people were part of the new Greenleaf Society tied Global Tong, Shen
Yeah.
Ruogang, and Skycast Red together.
Sure. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So here's my crazy idea, or part of it, and tweak it as we'll tweak as necessary. That the Greenleaf Society. Matt, could you remind me what the Greenleaf Society's purpose was? The original.
It was just like the
Were they just another faction?
it was just a big faction that encompassed a bunch of different other factions and clans that were headed by Lan Wushan. And again, you guys, the original crew, were invited to that 10-year anniversary dinner
Mhm.
of his death.
So what if that, what if their purpose was, maybe you're trying to unite the best fighters, trying to get a surreptitious way to unite other factions to move against the emperor. I don't know if there's an emperor. There is, maybe there is one now. Um, and this was discovered, and that's why Lan Wuxian was killed. And now someone is trying to resurrect the Greenleaf Society for the same purpose.
Sure, why not?
Oh, you know
Um,
what? What maybe Chief Ouyang was the one trying to resurrect it until um, Lu Wuxian's son Yang Lufang found out and said, "No, I'm going to be leading this if it's coming back together."
Actually, counter offer.
Yeah,
What if Chief Ouyang is an agent for the imperial
yeah.
Nice.
force?
Okay,
So after Lan Wuxian fell, um, Yang Mofeng was like lost basically in that whole fight, and then they thought that he died because Lan Wuxian had two children. Is now my theory.
Okay.
Lan Wuxian had two children. One is Yang Mofeng, and one is
Guardian Fu.
Guardian Fu.
Okay,
And Chief Ouyang decided to raise Guardian Fu as like basically an agent for the Emperor as well.
cool.
But that so this is why when Guardian Fu found out about her true parentage, um, then she's like, everything I know
It's wrong.
Is
is
wrong.
wrong.
Oh my god.
And so this also means that because if Chief Ouyang is set in the antagonistic kind of space, then we can explain a lot of the clues by um like who has access to everything at all times and can get away with being anywhere.
Oh wow.
Chief Ouyang, right?
Hmm.
Um and I feel like we can also tie in Songbird Jun because we wanted Songbird Jun to also be villainous, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I think
Yes.
Songbird Jun can be working with Chief Ouyang in a
Sure.
lot of these situations.
Okay.
Mhm.
So the pinprick on the back of the heel.
Okay. Applies to which facet? Straight murder.
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Though, John, did you have any thoughts? Because
No,
that
that
was
was
Rod and I.
that was kind of where I was going when I tried to add the detail connecting the people who had kidnapped Haoran. I was trying to like tie those all together doing that. So yeah.
Okay. So
Towards
going.
towards what? Sorry.
Okay, so sorry. So the pinprick on the back of the heel And the poison that was smelled familiar to Haran, um, and uh, and I was and that was poison that was coming from somewhere, and that's what I was trying to tie. That's why think is tied to Songbird Jun. Like they are the people who are providing the poison, so that may be how they were working with Chief Ouyang.
Okay.
Towards the murder of Yang Mufang.
Towards the murder, so the murder of Yang Mufang. Yes.
Okay, great. Okay.
Okay.
Got those two
Okay.
covered.
So, yeah.
All right.
I'll insert little notes to denote what. Okay, so Guobotong is a part of the New Greenleaf Society. What is this unusual chi imbalance?
We know he's disfigured also, so he's been in some kind of big fight.
What if Guobotong was an agent for the emperor, but turned, like was convinced of Lan Wuxian's and the New Greenleaf Society's I don't know, their ideology,
Cool.
and then got injured during this fight.
I love it. And injured.
And that injury disrupted their chi balance.
So that would apply still to the New Greenleaf Society then?
Yes.
Okay. That's fine. Okay. Okay. And coded message demanding a meeting with Songbird Jun. So that would be the murderer? Could be just...
Actually, sorry. I'm going to say instead of it tying to Guobotong and the New Greenleaf Society, I think it's tying to the real relationship between Guardian Fu and Guobotong, because I think Guobotong was the one who secreted Yang Mofeng away during the...
Oh, during the year?
Oh.
That's how they betrayed them. That's how they betrayed their previous faction was.
I think even during the time when Lan Wuxian died, and they were supposed to root out all of the New Greenleaf Society, especially like Lan Wuxian's children. That was when Guobotong hid away Yang Mofeng for the first time, so he couldn't be found. I mean, he could also be the one that was hiding Yang Mofeng in the past year.
And I kind of like the idea that Yang Mufan was actually a good person, and this was all an act, the arrogance and and maybe the people that he was killing were...
I think he could
Imperial
also be a
agents.
bad person, is the thing. Like,
Yeah.
he can be like, oh, like my dad was good, was like had so much influence, like now I get to do the things.
Okay.
And then,
I mean,
like,
how bad that...
Oh, right.
And then that causes like a lot of internal conflict.
It was internal conflict, yeah, because I mean, like, you know, he's a bad person, and he killed off the fiance of one of the new proponents of the Greenleaf Society. It's like, what the fuck,
right,
asshole? You know what I mean? It's like,
true.
There's still bad people in good society.
And then that can explain why Skycast Red was so like
bitter,
unable to pursue justice.
Yeah.
And then also like it might explain a part of now, like in hindsight, explain why he was so like he was having a hard time talking about it, because it's a complicated relationship.
It's very much a complicated relationship. It's like, God, you know.
So it's just, this became a personal problem, personal issue, not a faction political issue.
Well, it's kind of like part and parcel, because I mean, like, it's like a faction and a personal issue, because, you know, you got your ideals, but then you also got like the personal struggle, you know.
Right.
And a man who's grieving is like, oh shit, you know. So okay, good, next one. So coded message demanding right. So
maybe that was an ambush that was set for Songbird Jun, since they found out that he was an Imperial agent. um, but he didn't fall for it, and instead, uh, Haoran stumbled into it. Um,
But it happened at Songbird Jun's shop, though. That's the thing.
um,
I mean, that
I mean,
coded message could have been put there to let the people know who to ambush.
mm,
Like someone could have came by, put the coded message so that when anyone else saw that, they knew this is the person we needed to.
I mean, it could have also been just a trap laid by Songbird June.
That's true.
Like
right.
whoever has been snooping will find
Would
the note,
find it,
and then will
and
show
then
up at this time.
Exactly.
mhm.
Oh shit. He got powerful friends. Oh shit. So this is associated with the murderer because he wanted to, because Songbird wanted to cover their tracks. What did we think?
are we saying that Somber June and the White Mountain clan are working together then, or was he just
Well, Songbird Jun was working with Chief Ouyang. That's one of the things that we were trying to establish.
right?
Right. And then we said, well, okay, so yeah, the White Mountain are the ones with that
The
had the
mass.
poison.
Hmm.
And they had the poison that Forget Me Not, which
Yes.
then scrambled, or I guess didn't scramble Haoran. So
Yeah.
that's why, Rod, you were asking, right?
That's
Like,
why I was
are
asking.
they I feel like they're not. They're not
All
directly
right.
working for the imperial government, but it's actually a trade of favors.
Oh.
Um,
Oh,
because they wanted to eliminate
Emerald Sky Saint.
Emerald Sky Saint.
Right.
Mhm.
I like that.
Nice.
And then they probably made an arrangement with Chief Ouyang. Um, but also, what does Radish have to do with this? Radish?
Radish
Radish?
was being
Yeah, that's
recruited. She was being recruited into the Greenleaf Society, and maybe she knew about the ambush because something in her senses told her that she was in danger. She thought the ambush was for her. I mean,
Interesting.
was the ambush for her? I don't remember.
no. The ambush was um
Emerald Sky
for
Saint.
Emerald Sky Saint.
Oh, Emerald Sky Saint gave her the mahjong piece as a to tell her to meet her at the tea shop.
Wait, hold on.
What?
Hold on.
I don't know.
I mean, like,
What is this
cause
mahjong piece? Oh,
I
from
don't know.
Radish's pocket.
Yeah, it
Okay,
fell out of.
okay. No, I like this. I like this. I like that Emerald Sky Saint. It has to do with this because I mean she's dead, so it would be fun if she was tied into the mystery.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
Emerald Sky Saint. Well, I guess the question is like, why did they want to eliminate her?
Songbird
um,
Jun was
Maybe
with an arrangement with White Mountain, and
oh,
Emerald Sky Saint was of White Mountain.
Songbird
right.
June isn't
Yeah, so
right.
there was some kind of internal issue maybe
Well, I
with
yeah,
mean,
White
like,
Mountain.
but Emerald Sky Saint was also kicked out of her.
Yeah.
Yeah, did I
Uh,
say something about
yeah. Hold on,
what White
brain.
Mountain was doing?
Hold on.
No,
Yes, you
right?
did. You did say
Oh, what did I
White
say?
Mountain was. Hold on. White Mountain faction were information brokers.
Yes.
So, hold on a second. Let me go back to wait. Where's I lost it? God dog it. Okay, here we go. Members of the Sky Saints. Okay, jilted by Mo Fang last year. Banned from returning to her clan on White Mountain as a result of last year's events having shared secret techniques. So already
Mm.
okay.
Okay.
she was
Got to
anathema
be shared
because she
secret
shared
techniques.
secret techniques. So that's one. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Whoops. So that's on her. Whoops.
I think that's like the public statement, but what is actually happening is that I like this idea of like that Emerald Sky Saint wants to join the new Greenleaf Society, and she was trying to get White Mountain to join as well because they're information brokers. They would be extremely useful. I mean, for any
Mm-hmm.
organization.
Right.
And they were like, "No, we are neutral. You are not allowed." And then so they kick her out. Um, but I think she's either like dragging their name into this, um where now the White Mountain is like coming under scrutiny
Hmm.
from like the imperial eyes,
Mm.
or it's that
Mhm.
she's still, yeah, I think it's probably something like that. And then White Mountain's like, this is actually, or maybe she spilled a secret. Well, I mean, she did.
Well, yeah,
Taught like a secret.
yeah.
Or
She definitely. Well, the word, it was out that she spilled secret technique, so that's the word out. But notice that, remember that her White Mountain affiliation was not out, like it wasn't shown, like they had to like kind of like reveal it through her robes, right? So I mean, like it wasn't
oh,
fully displayed.
oh,
So
okay,
in which case it's like it makes
I didn't know
sense
that.
that, maybe this whole thing about it being neutral, like, her her desire to be part of the New Greenleaf Society was um, vetoed.
Yeah, it's putting them at risk to the point
Yes.
where they're like, we
Yeah.
have to eliminate her to
Yeah.
also make a point to the Imperial forces to be like, we are not taking part in this conflict.
Exactly.
So
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
you don't need to
Yeah.
put
Don't worry
pressure
about
on
us.
us.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
And they
so
So
caught
basically
maybe,
wind.
that's a Guobutong thing, right? That the Guobutong
mhm.
New Greenleaf Society. She was. What are we
So
saying?
maybe that's what
Yeah.
Radish's connection is. Maybe
New
Radish was
Greenleaf
supposed to
Society.
be
Yeah.
with meeting Emerald Sky
With Admiral
Saint.
Sky Saint. Yeah.
So the single mahjong
Yeah.
tile.
That makes sense. And like I think the single mahjong tile was the message, their secret code
Yes.
between Radish and Emerald Sky Saint. And it's like, and I think the message conveys that, like, if there's a likelihood that well, I think it conveys that Emerald Sky Saint is in mortal danger. And like she wants to get the information out to Radish as soon as possible. But if she, so that's why Radish was not surprised, because she
Hmm.
knew that
Damn. This
Emerald
is
Sky
like
Saint was
so
under threat.
crazy. Oh my god.
Hey,
Okay. Yeah, we
somebody put
were
that
we
as a
were
note
act
because I don't know how to write that down.
none of, well, yeah,
Uh,
we have it recording. We'll figure it out. It's fine. But I just
Okay.
wanted to associate it, so we're good. But we were still on the coded message to matching a meeting suffragette. Which
Oh
is it
right.
associated with? I
Oh
don't
yeah. So
even know.
that was just
Mountain.
White Mountain clan. They wanted to meet Songbird just to confirm that we're in the clear. Our
All
clan,
right. Well, we're covered. Okay. Okay.
yeah.
How do we want to associate the dead cook? Just because the dead cook unfortunately was there? I mean, oh Jesus. Um,
Uh,
Seems like a New Greenleaf Society problem. You know what I mean? Because there just happened to be part of that unfortunate establishment that had the ambush happen.
I mean, we could say the tea house was a meeting place for
Oh,
someone.
that poor cook.
Actually, sorry, I'm still going back to Radish. I wonder if
Mm,
Radish actually wanted to join New Greenleaf Society, or if Emerald Sky Saint just asked her because she's a part of the like detective um faction, right? And then she's
mm,
like, there are all these things that I want. Emerald Sky Saint was like, there are all these things that I want you to reveal, because that's like the reputation of detectives, is that they find secrets and they reveal it. Um,
mm.
so I guess we don't have to say that that's necessarily what Radish wants, in
Right.
case we want to leave it vaguer.
Oh, I'm
If
gonna
that,
definitely leave it vaguer because I mean, like again,
Okay.
it's like she was very clear to her brother that she's the martial arm of their family. So whether or not she is involved with the investigative part is pretty much up to her.
I
And
put a
well,
note for the Mahjong tile. I don't know if that's actually clear enough, but that's what I got from what we said. Oh,
yeah, I think
I guess
that's
that.
fine. That looks fine.
yeah,
And then I'll just add to that note that the Mahjong
Okay.
tile was a signal that Emerald Sky Saint was in danger.
yeah,
Okay.
it's fine. So we're left with the dead cook and the ashes in the tournament charcoal brazier. I mean, like, we could even say that the dead cook slash proprietor of the tea slash dumpling house was a go between, like, was a yeah, maybe the tea dumpling house was like the go between either for the imperial um
I, I
information people, or like, associated with the New Greenleaf Society, whatever. I mean, like, you
I
guys
think
What
decide.
did you have something?
yeah, I think the dead cook was just this tea house was where Emerald Sky Saint was having her like clandestine meetings,
Okay.
and they killed the cook so that they could replace them with someone to keep tabs on that tea house.
Ooh,
Sorry,
nice.
who killed the cook?
Um, I want to say White Mountain. The people, those were the assassins that attacked. Or White Mountain
Yes.
were the
Yeah.
assassins that killed Emerald Sky Saint in the tea house, right? Or is that
Yes.
We're
incorrect?
thinking so, yeah.
Okay. Yes. So my thinking was the cook was killed so that they could replace them with whatever assassins that were keeping tabs on the place waiting for the meeting.
Yeah.
And maybe something just happened that caused that ambush to happen earlier than it was supposed to.
Ooh,
Maybe.
wow.
Like they were thinking, oh, we'll clean house at the whatever meeting. It's just maybe Emerald Sky Say noticed something, and that's how come that ambush started earlier. She was killed before Radish actually got there.
Maybe it was because it's like, like the word went out because of the mahjong tile, and then
Hmm.
they killed Emerald Sky Saint before Radish could get there
Yeah.
and help
Yeah.
her.
Okay, yeah, but put that as a note as well in there. I don't know if I caught all of
Mhm.
it. Um,
It's fine.
I think the ashes in the tournament charcoal brazier are the same as the ones in Global Tong's room. That's a pretty easy one for me.
Oh,
I think this is Chief Ouyang getting the specific kind of incense from Songbird Jun to make Global Tong's chi imbalance worse.
Oh,
oh,
cool.
wow,
I like that.
amazing. Oh,
And I
that's
think the thing is that I think Global Tong actually noticed, but he didn't change it out because he feels very guilty about what he has been doing, like helping Yang Mofeng because of his like relationship or how he felt about Lan Wuxian. Like he wasn't able to save Lan Wuxian even though he in the end he agreed with what Lan Wuxian wanted to do. So he was trying to save Lan Wuxian's child, but now like Yang Mofeng is like doing all these things. So he's kind of just like letting it happen.
Almost like he's trying to get himself killed just for, I
Yes.
guess. Yeah.
amazing.
And then this would tie I mean, this could tie into the real relationship between Guardian Fu and Yamafeng and also Global Tone and the New Greenleaf Society. I'll say it's tied to Global Tone and the New Greenleaf Society.
Okay, all right, fair. So it's still tied in. I mean, so that's good. Okay, so with all these clues that's accounted for and tied to facets, and basically this gives us a +4. All right. So as I do with CFB, it's either one player rolling with 2d6, or I will accept two players rolling one die each. What's it gonna be? Or you guys can have me do it and then like have a completely random thing happen. So what do you want for the
Sorry, there's one more
revelation?
thing that I want to address, which is why Chief Ouyang even commissioned Soup in the first place. And I wonder if Mads, this might be a question for you.
Oh,
Because I have a theory, but I also like because that was like your setup. So
I mean, let's see. So
well, I mean, the original request from Chief Ouyang was for Soup to investigate King of Pearls winnings,
Hmm.
but
Yes.
then maybe Soup, you know,
To look into an irregularity.
right?
Because like nobody was expecting like a murder. So, but yeah.
I mean, because like Chief Ouyang is like actively trying to kill and scheme in a lot of different ways. Like, why have a detective present during that? I guess is my question.
Oh, because he doesn't think highly of Soup and thinks he's gonna screw up the investigation.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah.
right, because
Because there's
there's the
been an interim
wayward.
time. There's
Uh,
been a bit of time in the interim since House of since the bit at the Sun School and then the Tournament of Death. So
yeah, and Soup had the reputation of not wanting to inherit the responsibilities of close school.
exactly. So
So
Right.
that makes sense. Okay,
yeah.
cool.
Yeah. So anyway, what am I getting? Am I getting one player rolling 2d6 or one or two players rolling one d6 each?
I
Am I
abdicate all responsibility.
I'll roll one die if you want to roll the other Agatha. Right.
okay?
It's muted. Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay.
I rolled a
Uh,
6.
Oh, okay. Well, I rolled a 3, so I'm glad you rolled a 6.
Okay.
So 6 plus 3 plus 4 is a 13.
Wow.
Congrats!
Hey.
Yay!
Woohoo!
Yay! I'm glad because I don't know if we can do that all over again for another.
Okay. All right, revelation move. On a 10 plus, it is the correct solution. We will present an opportunity to take down the culprit or otherwise save the day. So, my God, this is so complicated. I can't even remember who the hell killed like and Emerald Sky. It's just so political. It really is a faction
Wait, yeah, did
laden.
we ever establish
No,
who
we
killed
didn't.
them?
That's so
We
Oh,
funny.
just
that
tied
was
things.
I think we established what faction is responsible, but I don't know
Oh, it was
who.
Chief Ouyang. It was Chief
Yeah.
Ouyang.
Yeah, yeah.
Can I throw in a really weird curveball?
I love curveballs. Go for
Okay,
it.
All
uh-huh.
right.
You guys rolled a 13. I'm okay with it. Go for it. What happened?
All right. So we found that needle prick on a pinprick on the back of Yang's heel.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know if I'm just making this needlessly complicated, but we also know that there were snakes in Riverclass and Boo's competition, and the King of Pearls, lastly, said something, and I don't know if I'm assuming that this was just a slip up, but it caught Moo's attention when he said that the monkey told him about the message, um, which suggests that he can speak to animals just like Moo can, and he could maybe command snakes um, to do favors. So what if the King of Pearls was also an Imperial agent? Um, Again, I don't know if I'm making this needlessly complicated.
I love it. I love it.
I
You can
mean,
say anything you hell want. I'm okay with this.
I'm happy with the King of Pearls being an Imperial agent, but I don't know if I want all of that extra plot too, because I feel like it doesn't
Okay.
affect as much of what we've
Yeah.
established.
Right.
Right.
I mean,
And
that
so,
can be true, but not be relevant
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah, it's fine.
yeah,
Okay.
but it would be cool to now have the King of Pearls exist as an Imperial agent. What if the King of Pearls is actually like a prince? That would be so funny.
Oh,
Oh my
that would
God.
be amazing.
That would be incredible.
That would be, I like that. Yeah.
Anyway,
Well, I mean, I mean, Jintong only knows part of it because she killed a lover.
yeah, I killed his lover because his dad wanted me to. His dad, the emperor.
Whoopsie!
Funny.
Whoopsie! in their
Incredible.
like acting like commoners mode. You know, whatever. It's okay. It's all right. It's okay. Okay. So anyway, we've established that Chief Ouyang did all this crap. You know, killed off like Yang Fang
And he's gunning for the rest of the new
and
Leaf
Emerald
Society.
Sky Saint.
Well, he didn't kill Emerald Sky Saint.
Oh,
The
so
White Mountains
White Mountain
did.
did. Okay. So yeah.
Because and they're again doing that so that they can maintain neutrality.
Yep.
Not get pulled either way into the New Greenleaf Society's actions or the Imperial's stuff.
But Yang Mufang, we're saying especially this. We're saying Yang Mufang was killed specifically because he is Lan Wushan's
son.
child.
Right.
Yes.
And we're saying that we're sweeping Guardian Fu being Lan Wushan's child also, but that's being swept under the rug. Do you think Skycast Red is going to is saying that moving in the shadows they're going to reveal that someday, sometime?
I feel like what Skycast Red was referring to that was moving the shadows is the Imperial forces.
Okay.
And that is more powerful than anything else.
Okay. All right.
So I guess the Emperor is trying to seize control of the Jianghu, this like sub society of extremely powerful martial artists, which makes sense.
Yeah.
They're quite a scary threat.
And I'm guessing that Chief Ouyang does not know that Guardian Fu knows who she is.
Ooh, shit.
Or maybe he suspects but doesn't know for sure.
I wonder
because he actually cares for her.
Well, I mean, we're saying that Chief Ouyang had raised her, right?
Right.
Yes. To become an Imperial agent.
His Guardian Fu.
I wonder.
Doesn't know or suspects she knows her origins, but doesn't know.
You know what? I mean,
Imperialist.
That's interesting.
God, this is so complicated.
It was only 10 years ago that Wushan died. Lan Wushan died.
Yeah.
Killed.
But I guess they could have used poisons to mess up her memories, like they did with Pan Haoran.
I mean, we don't know how old she is. From her picture, she looks pretty young.
Yeah. And again, to be honest, these are pictures that
so she could have been like 7 or 8.
Yeah.
And now she's like 17 or 18.
Yeah.
But 7 or 8, she would have known that she was the daughter of Lan Wushan.
Yeah. That's true. But yeah, they can what is it? Brainwash her.
Brainwash
her.
Right,
yeah. She's like
but also
enough that she could have been gaslit for over 10 years.
Yeah. Fostering out and all this kind of stuff and all this whatever. So
I mean, it's a good point. Yeah. It is a plot hole.
Very big plot holes, but I mean, we're just full of plot holes, so that's all fine.
Like me,
just like overdose on the forget-me-nots.
Right. Just in her food for years.
Oh my gosh! Yeah.
No,
that's such a classic.
Gross. Okay,
like
anyway.
even before the takedown of Lan Wushan, it was already in her food. Yikes.
Okay. Well, basically, what this means with the 13 is that you've established that this is the correct solution. That Chief Ouyang is to blame for Yang Mufang's death. Okay, all right, and it's up to you to figure out, I mean, the end of the tournament is approaching. Okay, so it's going to be. I have to look at my map again and figure out who's going to go against whom for the tournament. We're just going to do a montage of oh God, I got to do that. What is that? That tree of figuring out who goes against whom and who's going to win. Oh shit.
I mean, do we have to do that, or is this Guardian Fu confronting Chief Ouyang?
It could be. I mean, I could just I could just keep the tournament part in the background, and this could be the big end of the day, because I need to present an opportunity for Chief Ouyang to be taken down.
Yeah. Do you want to? Do we want to stop here and then give that opportunity for everyone to take part in next time.
Yes, yes. Let's that if you don't mind, let's figure out
Let's do
how
that.
what do you guys want to see for next time? Because I know you guys want the opportunity to do entanglements, epilogues, and all that other fun stuff. That's fun for you. I don't care if you just want to do the mystery as a quick narration, one and done. This is how it's resolved, and then you just want to do your own personal stuff because there's a lot of personal stuff going on for next time. You tell me.
Yeah.
What do you want to see for the resolution?
I
Yeah.
mean, just something to keep in mind. Like, which side do we take? I mean, like as our characters, like, do we care that the Greenleaf Society or the
Yeah.
Emperor wins?
Yeah, if you don't
Because
care
that,
about that, I mean, like, I can just, like, throw that in the background and just be like, all right, see
uh,
ya.
I don't know that I want to see it in the background. Actually, I want to see like a big fight, like the Greenleaf Society against Chief Uyang's forces, and I don't know,
Ooh, shit.
fighting on the
So
streets.
this is going to become the real tournament of death because there's going to be
Oh,
open.
yeah, that's right. That could be the real tournament of death, couldn't it? Do we want to
I
make
mean,
it like a stars and wishes then now? Because I mean, because I
yeah,
want to see. Here's my
yeah.
wish.
Okay.
Here's my wish for next time then. Regardless of how short or long you want to make the resolution, one of my wish for this for the resolution of the mystery will be to see some kind of fight where we see a recreation of sorts of Chief Ouyang going against possibly Guardian Fu on the course. We seem to have a lot of children going against their fathers in
I
this setup. But I mean
I
that doesn't
think
have to happen. I don't care.
I like having a big fight, but I'm just kind of like thinking about the consequences of like actually taking part in a fight against basically like governmental forces. I guess we've never established how strong the Imperial force is because that like being possibly labeled as like um
Enemies of the state.
insurgents,
Ugh.
enemies of the state would is it's a very severe consequence, and I
Yes.
don't know if that's
I don't think
what
that
I
you want
want.
that. Yeah.
Specifically, like I don't want that level of escalation. I like it
Yeah.
when a lot of the problems are like contained within the Wulin, but like I mean, we came up with this, so it's definitely not contained anymore. But I feel like I wasn't. I want the opportunity to kind of play into that more, explore that more in a different situation than just this like sudden, like ultra escalation, if that makes sense.
It
Well,
does. And go ahead. I'm sorry.
oh, I was going to say that could be a backdrop that we're like that conflict does not include us. And it could, and everything that's happened could be Chief Ouyang's responsibility, but not something the imperial government would have approved. So in defeating him, we would be providing whatever evidence that would get the Imperials off our back because he was clearly had gone rogue, like or gone too far in what he's supposed to be doing potentially.
The Golden Pilgrim Heroes clan hosts a magnificent martial tournament. So
I
I mean,
yeah,
like
I feel
it's like kind of like this tournament is a showcase for his sect. So maybe not necessarily like with the complete backing of the emperor. I mean, maybe his is like an isolated thing, so not necessarily like imperial troops like out in the street per se.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that killing Yang Mofeng is would based on what we've established is definitely something that aligns with his goals
Hmm.
as an imperial agent, and that would like he would not. Anyway, I think I also think just from my character standpoint,
Uh-huh.
Jintong, that's not Jintong would not be invested in any of that.
Yeah.
Would not fight. Either for either side, and that's fine. Like if other characters want to take part in this, I think that's interesting. And you can do that, but Jintong will not. So
Right.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, if should we be looking for someone else to be the culprit if no one's willing to actually do anything about it? I mean, do we need to fight, or do we just need to find the
We just,
evidence?
I think we have, because we get the opportunity to hold on. Let me see the exact wording of the revelation move.
Mm-hmm.
On a 10 plus, it's the correct solution. The keeper will present an opportunity to take down the culprit or otherwise save the day, which
Right.
is, and so I think Rod was just giving a suggestion of like how we can save the day.
Mhm.
And I think that's fine. I don't think that Jintong will be the one saving the day, but if the rest of you want to save the day, that's fine.
I mean, what kind of justice do you want had? That's the main thing for this.
Yeah, I don't see Mu being invested in like the Imperial's plot either. But I mean, Chief Hu Yang did try to kill. Well, no, that was White Clan. That was the White Mountain Clan that tried to kill Radish and Haoran.
Yep.
So maybe our enemies are the White Mountain Clan if they.
I think what would be interesting is telling the New Greenleaf Society what is going on. Because what I'm interested in is the conflict between Guardian Fu and Chief Ouyang, because that's interpersonal drama, and so that's interesting to me, and that feels fitting tonally.
Right, but I mean that would mean me talking to myself, and as much of an as a ham I am, I don't think you know you want to watch that. So
I think like if like we can either step into help or step in to stop um whatever it is that Guardian Fu wants to do, if that makes sense.
Mm.
I mean, if you want to force our hands, like it could be that Shifu Yang realizes that Soup knows too much, or that the rest of us know too much, and just goes after us, and then our choice is clear. Like
Yeah,
yeah.
that's true.
Yeah, because I mean, if we're just here to solve the murder, we've solved the murders. If by solving the murder we get attacked, then we don't really have to. It's not really who we want to side with. It's just us defending ourselves after we like. This is
Ah,
the evidence. This is who did what.
Or another thing is like otherwise save the day, like we could be like Chief Ouyang could want to kill someone next that really matters. So like Radish again putting the that central NPC in danger like in season 1. And then we can at least 2 of the PCs will be very motivated to protect and therefore defend
okay.
against.
Yeah,
All right.
Radish and
Oh yeah.
River Glass were
Okay, so
the
I
other
declare
two PCs.
I
Or-
declare I'm gonna kill off the two important NPCs. Okay. And if I change my mind, it's like I'll put it in the Discord chat. But
Okay.
yes, one or both will be in very much danger in the beginning of next session to give the PCs something to go for. Yay!
Whoa.
Oh,
And then
and of
this,
Yeah.
course, Jade
mm,
Starlight will be brought in because Chang is also brought in.
oh yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Well, I mean, you know what? And then she will also be in danger because I think,
She's part of the new Greenleaf
uh-huh,
Society. Yeah.
yep, yeah. So there's gonna be some fun for next time. I'm hoping for actually more the first half being like the resolution of the tournament, and then for the second half to be like, you guys doing whatever you need to do to figure out your entanglements. So real quick, if we possibly can, take a look at your entanglements right now as they are. See if you can give yourselves XP. Oh my god, holy crap. um yeah, so take a look at your entanglements.
Yeah, I interacted with both.
Yeah.
I was confirmed to me again that Haoran wants to kill me. Because he was
Even
like,
drugged, even
well, yeah,
poisoned.
he was like, oh, I
Oh
regret letting you go,
God.
constantly threatening me.
Oh
Okay.
God.
So
I'm just
I,
saying, from he thinks that this whole setup was Mu and he knows you're associated with. He was like
but
seeing both of
also
y'all together. And you drunk.
they're just making assumptions left and right,
Right? Yep.
and these assumptions have deadly consequences for
Yep.
Jintong. So yeah, I definitely interacted with that entanglement. And then I also interacted a lot with my river glass
Okay.
entanglement.
Okay.
So I'll take
Go
3
for it.
XP for it.
All right, I need
Ooh,
to
I
be
can take a
quiet.
move.
All right, go for it.
Nice.
Get your advancement. Okay. And then yeah, like Gullible Mu. Did you
Yeah,
entanglements?
yeah, with River
Oh,
Glass, Horan, and the King of Pearls, that
oh my
entanglement
God.
was definitely involved. And then maybe just one with Jintong
Sure.
trying to help her.
God. And then Pan.
Yeah, I really need to change my second one because there's like not even a way I can see that can come up most
Yeah,
of
I
the
mean, like
time.
again, you're allowed to change your entanglements
Right, but
to
I have
whatever
to
you think
actually
will
then
hit.
do that, and I just need to make myself. But no, I think for the first entanglement, touched on that, especially when I was incoherently saying things while drugged.
Yeah, you were poisoned as heck. Yep, for sure. Go ahead and take your points, and then yeah, go ahead and apply them. And if you get an advancement, please like apply it. Will people please work on some? Oh my God, we didn't even work on comfort and supporting. What is going
Hey,
on? You
I
guys just want
would
to go
if he
in?
wasn't threatening me all the time.
I can't help it. I don't know what people are doing, okay? Although I am impressed. I am impressed with how much work people have been doing studying today. Can I say that? Oh my God. People were actually paying attention to a mystery today. Amazing. Amazing. So, star, star, star for that one. Jesus. Um,
Haoran, you should make me your general entanglement.
Okay.
That you want to kill me, because that will I'm sure that will come up again. And it also feels like it's very relevant all the time.
it
So
does feel like that's very relevant all the
I
time.
don't
It's like,
even know how to rate. I have to figure out how to
just
actually.
right, I need to
even
kill
though I want to
Jintong.
keep
Lol
wanting to
lol.
kill, right, even though I keep wanting to kill Jintong all the time, blank, blank, blank.
Yeah, I need to
It's
kill
not that I
Jintong all the
want to.
time.
I just I
Emoji.
feel obligated to kill them, and then
There you go.
I just say things I shouldn't say out loud.
You've just
Wait,
said it.
do
Like
you
even
know that you said
Huh?
all the things that you thought you were saying to Li Min, but you ended up saying it to Jintong since you unscrambled your mind or whatever?
you
think so.
did.
I think they only have like the focus, that moment of focus they got when they took that thing, and then it was like back to like
That's
floating, seeing some double rainbows and.
Oh my
okay.
God. So crazy. Okay. So anyway, I mean, like, if you want to, like, take a few minutes, but I mean, like, I know we are way, 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 way over,
Mhm.
so I don't want to keep you from much
No,
further.
no,
So if you,
I'll fix that during the week.
if you guys want to do some stars and wishes in the Discord chat, like, please do. I don't want to keep you much longer. You guys have a wonderful week. Happy gaming. Start thinking about how you want to, mess around with the resolution for next time, and I'll also put that into the Discord chat as well for Michael and Thomas for next time. And let's look forward to this finale. God, this season is bazonkers. You guys are great. That's all I have to say. Stars, 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 stars.
Yeah, big stars. Big stars
Big
to you,
stars.
Mads.
Yes.
Bye.